That's true. You do got me.
Get over here, Marcus. Let me look at you.
They don't want it.
Tobin and Leroy, ready to deploy. Had to hit it with a little journalism, but that was a decoy. Better have about me, boy. Okay, Leroy and Tobin, all to the show, man. Still in the stars with the show, and till then his half moon open. Sometimes go taste like a snowman. No proof, I'm a lie about a molding. No proof, like I always wanted him, I never hated him, I never traded him, and if I did, I never ever traded him. You know what? What is a star? Like under the city, the driver's like fly. Gucci a large, so many more. 10 in the more, never a bar. Hey, 10 in the more, 2 to the P. Nothing to you, but it's something to me. Handsome as ever, and cute as can be. You can watch us on YouTube with view for free. Hey, this one time for the Twitch. This one time for the text. This one time for the phone line. Whole time, wonder what they gonna do next.
You know, I just wish you guys would stop the quibbling.
My petty party did not go well last night.
I'm sorry, dude. I could feel your hurt in your text. Like you just lashed out at Cronin.
Oh, I hate him. I hate him so much.
Dame was doing Dame stuff.
I will never forgive Joe Cronin. I will never forgive him. You bastard. And I was texting you before he even went off.
I know. He was just warming up.
I was like, all right. This is kind of going on. I took a little break from Bucks and Sixers. I come back. Oh, good. They're down double digits. Let me listen. Let me see if I can watch this. And this is normally supposed to be a win-win. It's like, I hate both of these teams. And the Sixers are in disarray right now. Security is not allowing James Harden on their team playing, which is hilarious. I've never heard of that. The guy wants to go play basketball. He's under contract to play basketball. No, not on the plane. I should be able to laugh at that today, and I can't because Damian Lillard was incredible, and I wanted him so bad.
Hey,
he's so good.
Hey, you know what's funny? You know what's funny? Here's when you know a star is good. Dame was so good. There was not one Giannis highlight. And Giannis won the MVP.
The only Giannis highlight was Giannis cheating to get them the lead. That was it. Like he threw up an air ball, caught it himself, and then kicked it out to a Damian Lillard 3. But I guess the referees, like myself, was so dazzled by Damian Lillard, they didn't even call it because it should have been a violation.
But yeah, they like you forgot Giannis was on that team yesterday. And that's crazy.
He's
Giannis
never
put the fear in him.
Right.
Got Dame and got paid and doesn't have to do as much anymore.
It's ridiculous.
You gotta love Giannis's life right now.
I hate him. I don't love his life. I hate his life. I want his life. I'm sick of him.
I'm
sick of him.
It is unbelievable. That's not even counting Middleton. Hey, he was who exactly? Isn't that crazy? The basically the team that won the chip, they added Dame, and already in one game
they didn't win the chip. They won the chip 3 years ago, and
he just added Dame to try to win another one. And in the first game, it proves to be productive.
Most free throws ever by a Giannis teammate. Giannis only had a teammate score 39 twice last year. And he didn't even shoot good from 3. Only in the fourth quarter.
Hey, he did the ones that I saw.
He probably could have had like 60.
Hey, he didn't even do it. Oh my goodness.
I don't even dislike. I mean, like,
what sucks? Let me tell you what sucks about this whole thing. Because we all like Dame Dollar, right? And he caught up in this, and you want to hate somebody, but you can't hate him, right?
And you're starting not to hate Cronin because Cronin was all right.
I will forever hate him.
I know you're going to forever hate him.
I kind of hate Dame's agent because that guy became a coward. All of a sudden, Mr. I'm going to talk tough about everybody. And then they backed off. I mean, he gets old Aaron Goodwin gets a hand in this as well. But,
everybody but Dame. Like, you can't say nothing bad about Dame. Right? And that's what hurts you more. That's what hurts the most. Because you can't even go petty against the guy who didn't end up at your team. It's everybody else. And he is flourishing.
Kyle Lowry, 0 points. 0. 1 shot attempt that I think was a lob, which were also not accurate.
Oh my goodness. That's okay, buddy.
Oh, you
It's your
take on Boston
birthday
tonight.
I know. I mean, it's just, I want some fun, baby. I don't want to go and score.
Wow. Leroy, did you see this? This is the first time Tobin has a chance to insult the Celtics, as saying this is the first time the Celtics and the Heat are playing each other after we eliminated them.
That's
Eliminated them. That's
I'm
what
not even worried about tonight.
He usually says. He's so sad right now.
He's so sad, dude.
I
So sad.
I wanted to tune in last night. I wanted him to be washed. I was hoping some good fortune would come our way, and instead, he's just lighting up the Sixers.
Oh. Well, at least wait. So let me ask you this. This was all around petty for you.
Yeah.
Sixers.
Yep.
And the James Harden situation.
Couldn't even enjoy it.
And you couldn't even enjoy it because Dame was too good.
Ruined my night. And then I flipped channels and the Bills were up 2 scores. I'm like, this night sucks. Then they should have lost, by the way.
Yeah. They I gotta tell you, I still believe what I said earlier in the year about the Bills and about Josh Allen. I'm still feeling the same way. They haven't done anything to change my mind.
How about Baker
Right?
Mayfield throwing a perfect Hail Mary and Chris Godwin just didn't turn around? He would have been wide open if he just would have went, whoop. He was right there. He turns around too late, ball's on the ground.
Right.
I was like, God, could have been such a, that could have saved my night a little bit.
A little bit.
But instead, the Bills win illegally again, just like they did against the Giants. And what do I got to see? This dopey Ryan Fitzpatrick shirtless on my television. So as if my night wasn't bad enough watching Damian Lillard put up 39 against the Sixers, that I then have to watch this dumb show pony with his shirt off in Buffalo. So again, my petty party did not go well last night.
No. A whole bunch of winning crashed it.
Yeah. Terrible.
Oh no. That's all right, buddy. We got a long season, right? Well, I mean, dude, what are you gonna do when the Heat play Milwaukee?
Well, it's on Monday. We'll find out.
Oh, that's right.
It's coming up soon. And let me tell you something. Biggest 4th game of the season ever. Don't lose. Tyler?
You expect Tyler to guard Dame?
I mean, Dame's not going to guard it. Tyler?
Hey, yo.
Tyler?
Dude.
You better show up on Monday, dude.
Hey.
That's all I'm going to say.
Not for nothing. Tyler's an excellent scorer and a baller. He ain't Dame.
Nobody is. That's the whole point.
So why all of a sudden you think you're going to throw up old sacrificial lamb Tyler Hero and guard Dame?
Dude, I'm just saying. All I'm saying is on Monday night, because I saw what the reaction was of the Heat fan last night. It was pain. And I'm telling you right now, there's never been more stakes for a 4th game of the season.
So oh man. Let's deal with Boston first. Can we do that?
That's Jimmy's house. Whatever. Who cares about them?
No.
Come on. Beat Boston. Don't beat Boston. They're going to beat Boston because Jimmy always wins in Boston. That's what he does. It might as well be the Jimmy Butler Arena up there. That's his playpen up there.
Dude, hey, if things don't go well, I might have to do a wellness check on you on Tuesday. I don't want to, but you already showing signs that you could lose it.
Wait a minute.
The first week of the season.
Isn't tomorrow your birthday there, sir?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to tell him. Enjoy your birthday.
Enjoy your born day, man. Don't go crazy over the fact that Dame is not a Miami Heat play, in a Miami Heat uniform. Don't do that. Don't ruin your birthday. Come on, man.
Get back to it on Monday.
Once the game gets tonight,
Hold
I'll
on.
forget about it.
Hand up.
What?
Hand up.
What?
We need to make a swear.
Yeah, we need to see this.
Okay. Here's what you need to promise. I will not react to any Heat game on the weekend of my birthday.
I'm not
So
promising that.
you got to enjoy your weekend.
I'll try.
Enjoy your birthday. Enjoy the concert. Don't bring your phone to the concert.
I won't.
Because I know you. You are a liar. You are a liar.
No, I won't. I won't watch the game while the concert's going on tonight.
Oh, wait a minute. You have a concert you're going to tonight?
Yes. Wait. Listen, I'm familiar with your work. The caveat. Say that again. There's a caveat here, folks.
What caveat?
What did you just say?
I won't bring my phone to the concert.
That's not what you said.
What did I say?
I will not watch the game while the concert is going on. Which means he's bringing his phone and he's going to watch all the way up until Jason Aldean gets on the stage.
I don't even like Jason Aldean that much. I like the guy who's opening for him better. So.
Okay. Anyway, I caught it just in time. So we need some clarification as to what that means.
Wifey likes Jason Aldean. She'll be distracted.
Answer the question.
Why can't I have the phone in my pocket?
Oh, look, that's right. Ricardo, look at his face. I know him. He's already.
But listen to what I'm saying. Look, I'm not going to overreact to any Heat game tonight or tomorrow. Monday.
That's why I said
it's got some stakes.
Wait, Tobes, just take the weekend off, baby. Enjoy
so
your
there better
birthday.
not be no Tobin YouTube video of this the Heat recap of tonight's game. Then
we'll see.
No,
how can you recap if you're at the concert?
I'm telling you. Hey,
I just need a couple bullet points, Vlad. I can go.
Wait, he's gonna leave the concert single because he's gonna be looking at the phone, commenting. Tobin, just let it go.
Why?
Let it go.
Yeah.
Why are you guys?
I need to text D and tell her take away her phone. Right.
Well, look, nothing's gonna happen tonight. Damian Lillard doesn't play for the Celtics.
Oh,
Drew Holiday does.
No, I want.
Oh yeah,
no,
Drew.
I don't want any comments during this concert. Enjoy the concert with your wife. Enjoy your first day, your birthday weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Just do that.
Drew Holiday is going to bring 2 pairs of shorts because Jimmy Butler's out there.
Yeah, so you could talk about Jimmy ripping Drew's heart again.
I have full confidence that Heat'll win tonight. Jimmy kills everybody in that arena. He always does. He loves toying with the Celtics. Okay. He came off injury just to fly to the Celtics game.
Why are you avoiding the issue?
I don't understand why you guys are banning me from watching the Heat or keeping tabs on the Heat.
To enjoy your birthday weekend.
That would assume the Heat are going to lose this weekend. I don't think that's going to happen.
I just want you to enjoy your birthday weekend. I know how you get.
Nah.
You'll watch a 5-minute snippet of the game and then go all Stephen A on the whole season.
I'm fine. I had a good time at the season opener. It was Damian Lillard scoring 40 last night that annoyed me. It hurt.
I understand.
They didn't score in the last 3 minutes. They almost blew a 19-point lead to the Pistons. And all I want is more Jaime Jaquez.
You're not in a good place right now. You're like,
well, yeah, I'm not.
Look, between Thursday night football and Thursday night basketball, it was a bad Thursday for old Toad.
He's in a sunken place. Look at him.
Yes, I'm trying to uplift you. It's your birthday.
What is uplifting about what happened last night?
Your birthday!
First game of the NBA season, and Dame and Giannis beat the 76ers. Guess what, Tobin? There wasn't going to be a tie in yesterday's game. Some team was going to win. Some team was going to lose.
But Vlad, if I would have,
both teams,
wouldn't it have been great if I would have tuned in last night and I would have seen at least Damian Lillard? It's like, if Damian Lillard would have been washed, or if he would have only put up like 16 points, I could have been like, great, may have dodged a bullet.
But then Giannis would have had 40.
Maybe. But Giannis is going to Giannis. Like I don't worry about that. I don't care.
Giannis got out of Dame's way.
Yeah, obviously. Did you see how he played?
That's what's the scary part right now.
That's the scary part.
Now we know who has the ball down the stretch, and it's not a guy who can't shoot free throws.
The biggest issue over the last 4 years has been don't have anybody to give the ball at the end of the game. Well, now they do. The Heat have Kyle Lowry throwing lobs off the backboard to no one.
Why is Kyle getting?
He scored 0 points, Vlad. He got in his cardio.
He's in a bad place right now.
And I'm not even a Kyle Lowry basher. I haven't been. I haven't been. I have supported. No.
But
Since
Kyle,
he has been on.
buckle up just in case.
Hold on. I have backed Kyle since he's been here. I feel like he's gotten way too much criticism. But last game when he opened up and didn't even look at the basket, he spent more time
with the season.
I know, dude. But the first games of the season always bring in overreaction. And secondly, did you see Damian Lillard last night?
He dinged. He dinged.
What was he? 17 to 17 from the line?
Hey, I think
Tyler Hero can give you 17 from the line.
Hey, I think somewhere somebody at WEEI is listening, and they're doing the same thing to us that you do to them.
Well, I hope they're enjoying the show.
I thought you never wanted him.
He's so bad.
I wanted him so bad. I wanted him so bad. I hate you, Joe Cronin!
Hey.
WQAM.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you, 560 WQAM. Eric Reed, he's going to join us next hour. We got a little Heat and Celtics tonight, so we will talk to your television voice of the Miami Heat, the OG. He will join us around 11:20 today. Miami Dolphins, of course, they are back at home this weekend against the New England Patriots. Tua Tagovailoa, 5-0 in his career against Bill Belichick.
Mm-hmm.
Patience
is the name of this game.
Dolphins have been very good at home, and yes, usually Bill Belichick tried to make it a methodical game. The Dolphins did a good job of it.
They did a really good job. The most important thing, though, they ran the football.
Mm-hmm.
So they didn't have a good week running the football last week. They're gonna need to pick that up this week because you want those guys to start creeping down, right?
Yeah, for sure. It does sound like we're getting as official to Jalen Ramsay coming back. Adam Schefter reported it yesterday.
How's X?
X has been practicing. He's been limited in practice.
Okay.
He was in limited practice yesterday. They don't have to give a game status till tomorrow.
How
the
about
only guy Needham's been practicing. Everybody practiced. Connor Williams practiced. Yep.
Hey, now snapping the ball at Tua's feet, not so bad.
No.
No.
Tyreek Hill, he was back in practice. We talked about that yesterday. River Craycraft, he's on the mend. River Craycraft's been out for a little bit. He's been he got off to a really good start this year.
Here's we have all these guys we talking about. But guess who we haven't really talked about? Chase Claypool.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, wow, he wasn't cheap.
They didn't get him for anything though. Like they didn't give up
he
anything.
Still had a contract. A trade, he'd keep your contract.
I don't know. I don't know what went into that. I don't know how much they had to take on or whatnot. But the Bears were like, take him.
All right.
But yeah, we haven't seen much of him at all.
At all.
Is
he not picking it up or?
I don't know. I mean, when they made that trade, Leroy, I was
we were all.
I was like, what? They
must have got him for really cheap.
Yeah, they got him for nothing. It was like take him. I think they swapped a 6th and a 7th for next year.
Right.
It was a dump because he had all that drama going on with the Bears. Like they told him they had a James Harden with him. They told him to stay home.
Yeah.
Because he was not given the effort. But yeah, I haven't.
Tell you, there's a lot of things that you could say about careers and stuff like that. But to say, oh, he's not trying, that's kind of tough in sports.
It is.
And it makes it even tough, to come back from because, when you're labeled as a lack of effort guy, right? That's a mental thing, right? That's a you thing. What is somebody going to say to get turn that around? I
just think the thing that's also going to be tough for him is they've talked so much about the experience it takes in this system, especially for receivers. I think that, he may not make an impact until next half of this season,
Right. You know what? And Minnesota's offense was hard too. And it took me a minute. I didn't have a minute, but it took a minute. Right. So I get it. But here's the thing. Once you learn offensive football, right? So once I had a grasp of what had to take place for an offensive play, I could kind of work my way around any terminology and kind of almost translate it in my head. People that speak different languages and then they have to learn another language. Sometimes in their head, they translate to their language. I had to do a lot of that. So off tackle was off tackle or counter was counter. It just had a different name. And then you had the pass concepts, with the overs, and they were all different numbers and called different things. And the formations, you have to learn, right? I had to learn the formations. That was the hardest part. But the plays, once you play football long enough, you kind of understand the concepts. You understand, okay, we're going to run this crossing route with a deep end. So if I'm on one of those sides and the other guy has the deep end, I probably have the shallow cross. Like, those are the things you can figure out if you understand offensive football. And then it's all about picking up the terminology. And that's the part, that's the most difficult part. Like, you can know what to do, but the second something changes, the terminology kills you.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I think this is one of those things where, he provides definitely a physical thing they don't have, but I don't think they're desperate for it yet, so we'll see. I think this is one of those where I think that
he's a bonus.
He's a bonus. Yeah, it's a luxury. Right. It's a luxury. Is my mic sounding terrible, by the way?
No, it stopped. It was static,
right.
And then it stopped. But I just think it's kind of, he would probably take the role of like Craycraft, the bigger, longer receiver,
right?
Doing stuff near the red zone, or throwing the ball up to him and stuff like that. I think that's the role, or that's what he would provide. I don't really know how fast he is. How fast is he?
Chase Claypool's fast.
Is he? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's fast. That was like a thing Mike McDaniel joked about when they got him. They go, "You want me to say it? He's fast." Like, they like fast guys.
Right.
But River Craycraft's like a Mike McDaniel PhD. Like, he's, followed him since San Francisco.
Right. Right.
So I guess I don't know if River's going to play this week because his practice window just opened. So it might be like a next week thing for him coming back.
Right.
But we'll see.
I'll be to see if Jalen Ramsey plays.
It sounds like he's playing. And
if he plays, though, are they going to kind of limit,
I don't think so. I don't think they would have brought him back with physical limitations. This organization, especially this coaching staff, Mike McDaniel is very conservative on injuries.
Right.
And I don't think they would have done that if he wasn't ready to go. He just appears to be a freak. And apparently, I'm just telling you, that's what he beat the dude. They said his rehab was not going to be done till September.
But here's the deal. They said that before the surgery.
No, they said that after the surgery, and he says, I'm going to beat that. And he came back. He came back weeks before.
Okay.
Jalen Ramsey's a freak.
All right.
You're doubting his freakness.
No, I'm not. I'm not. I'm just saying when it comes to knee injuries and cartilage and stuff like that, and meniscus tears and all that, there's a lot of different levels to it. And a lot of times you don't really know the severity of it until you have the surgery. So when sometimes they do a test and they go, oh, he's going to be out for a year, and then they realize it's only a partial tear, and then that maybe moves it up to 6 to 8 months, like, that don't mean you heal faster. That just means that the diagnosis was a little off, because a lot of times they don't know exactly what's going on until they open you up.
Well, okay, but like, we've seen freaks before. Like, Adrian Peterson was a freak with how he came back from ACL.
And he ran for 2,000, didn't he? The year he came back.
Ruined it for everybody.
Yeah.
Take a quick break. Jalen Ramsey did comment on his injury yesterday and kind of called out Adam Schefter as well. We'll get into that coming up next. Hey, Riptide. Our world famous concert returns to Fort Lauderdale Beach on December 2nd and 3rd. You got the Black Keys going to be there. Jelly Roll's going to be there. Young the Giant, the Dirty Heads, Bleachers. And I believe single day tickets are on sale now for a special price. If you guys want to get single day general admission tickets, they are $79. A 2-day is $109. So you get a little deal there. And you can also buy VIP tickets. Just go to riptidemusicfestival.com for details on purchasing tickets. And act now because prices are going to go up. So you get all those concerts over 2 days for a fantastic deal. The Riptide Music Festival on Fort Lauderdale Beach is powered by Ford and also sponsored by Visit Lauderdale. That is coming on up. Always a great show there, the Riptide Music Festival. It is fantastic.
Do they do the stage that flips around?
They did do that one year. I'm trying to think because I know they had multiple. I've seen them where they've done the multiple stages, and then I do remember them doing the rotating stage also. I'm not sure which one's getting brought out this year, Leroy. But when I met when we watched the Struts, I believe they had rotating stage.
Oh yeah, that's before you ran them out of Florida forever.
It's fair. It's fair. That did yes. Yep, that is fair. They're back on the hardwood tonight against the Celtics. Tip off from TD Garden, aka Jimmy Butler's house. That is set for 7:30. 6:15 is our pregame show tonight. So you can listen to the entire crew. Get you ready. Last night, if you guys missed it, Bucks beat the 76ers 118-117. Damian Lillard, he had 39 points in his debut. I dwelled on it enough. The Lakers, they beat the Suns 195. LeBron James was awesome down the stretch. Was that this? That was just. I saw that was the first matchup he's had against KD since
matchup
since 2018.
That's crazy.
Yes,
that's pretty wild.
Just keep in mind, KD was out for 2 years.
Hurt. Well, yeah, he was out for a year and a half.
They both had major injuries,
but I think it's more so KD's missed most of the injuries than LeBron.
Yeah, well, you never know. LeBron likes to take those resty rests, so you never know.
Yeah, well,
I mean, he
don't mind missing Brooklyn.
Wait, this is 21st year, dude. Stop.
I like how that minutes restriction, though. I like how that lasted a day for the Lakers.
Yesterday.
It lasted a day, dude.
Good call.
He played the whole fourth quarter yesterday.
But yeah, yesterday, Durant didn't have Booker, didn't have Beal. Beal still hasn't made his Suns debut. So
yeah.
Hey, I was telling
Leroy, somebody hasn't made their debut yet in 2023, 2024. I just know if that happened in a certain location down here, that a certain someone be very upset that somebody who they made a move for, name that can't be mentioned by Brendan Tobin, he would be very upset if that name that can't be mentioned hadn't played.
I really didn't have any feelings. I just saw him on the bench last night, and that's it. It is what it is, you know.
Man, I was telling Tobin, no matter what, besides Golden State. No matter where this man does, what this man does and tries to do to win a championship, he always end up on the court by himself.
Oh, Durant?
Yeah.
That's his price to pay for Golden State.
Like, isn't that he always, I got a super team. I got all the players. He always on the court.
You're not lying because, for one guy who's always gone to super teams, he's always the last one left on the super team.
Yeah.
He's always playing by himself. You're right. Whether it was Kyrie and James or now Beal and Booker. Second game of the season, he's already by himself.
Right.
I tell you what was funny yesterday, though. I watched that Joel Embiid. I don't know how him and Nick Nurse are going to work out because Nick Nurse does not play a lot of guys, and he was looking tired.
Woo!
I mean, he was huffing and puffing that first game. I was like, it's your first game, Joel Embiid. He looked dead in a quarter.
I can't wait for the Embiid to Miami, New York rumors.
Don't worry.
I'm a different guy now, dude. I don't work in the ways of Wales.
Happen, Leroy.
Yeah.
I don't work in the ways of Wales, dude. You know?
Garbage.
I don't. What do you mean?
Wait, disgruntled star?
Nah.
Oh, that's the street you live on.
Not
if
anymore.
You lived on the street as a child, it'd be Disgruntled Star Boulevard.
Nope. Right now, I live on Jaquez Lane.
No, you're not.
That's my guy.
Hey, Vlad. disgruntled Star Boulevard.
No, I don't live there anymore. We moved.
You live in the second house from the left.
I moved. I got
The first house is for Pat Riley because he also lives on disgruntled.
Pat Riley's got big mansion. He's got the guest house. He's got the Cato Keelan.
I'm doing the landscape. I'm doing landscaping.
He got the Cato Keelan guest house.
Hey, dude, it's so Toad.
What?
It's all right. It's all right, man. I just want my boy, my friend, to enjoy his weekend without any of this foolishness. Enjoy the weekend with your wife. It starts early. You're going to dinner tomorrow, today, before the concert.
Today we're going out. Tomorrow we're gonna go out with the kids. We're gonna go to probably get some hibachi.
Oh, ooh. So do you go to Benihana?
No, we go to this place Saito. It's in Wellington. It's really good. It's basically a Benihana. I don't know.
Yeah, but you know what separates hibachi? Y'all don't want to hear this, but this is for real. What separates hibachi from one place to the next? The sauce.
The sauce is good.
Because sometimes Benihana, they give you the little watery sauce, the ginger or the yum yum.
Yep.
Right? If you go and you got that nice thick yum yum sauce,
it's good. It's good.
Where you just pour it over the rice. Oh man.
So yesterday, Adam Schefter said the Dolphins are planning for cornerback Jalen Ramsey to make his return Sunday from knee injury. Ramsey expected to be back on the field 3 months after his knee surgery. Then Jalen Ramsey, he comments on Twitter and he says, "So this is why I have a crazy amount of texts. Well, this is news to me. Mother bleepers don't care about being right. They care about being first. Today's media. That's sad." And then he adds, "I'm an Adam Schefter fan, by the way. So I'm not mad at him for doing his job. I just didn't know," with a laughing emoji.
He said, "I didn't know." That's
so Sunday morning when he's activated, Adam Schefter will be right.
Right.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Because then he says, full transparency, there's a chance that I play on Sunday.
Oh.
But that decision genuinely isn't made yet. So that is news to me, just like it is to y'all.
Hey.
I have to go through the whole process to feel great enough to play, and I won't play if I feel anything less than great.
Hey, if I may.
Please do.
He could have ended that whole tweet with 3 words. Adam was right.
All those words. All those words. All
There's
that
a chance.
All that filler just to get to the punch. He's right. That's it.
I tell
Adam was right.
You want to know why I know he's right? I was listening to the Fangs yesterday. It's the happiest I've heard Vic Fangio.
You know why? Because Fangs need to pick up his game. And so whether it's because he don't trust nobody or not, but business needs to pick up on the defensive side of the ball. Do we agree with that?
It does, but they've been better. I mean, I think
they've been better.
They've been better.
But wait. You don't pay Fangs head coaching money for better.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And there's a lot of guys who had success on the defense that's not in the game because of the scheme that he plays. So even more so, it needs to show improvement from last year because it's so much different.
Yeah, but
because a guy like Agba can play, and he's been schemed out of the defense.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
But we kind of knew that though. Like Agba, when they got Bradley Chubb, you knew that Agba was going to be limited on getting in there anyway. Like, because who are you taking snaps away from? You're not taking out Chubb. You're not taking out Jalen Phillips. I mean, is ramping up, and Von Ginks has been amazing.
Right. Well, the other thing is, can somebody send Chubb the memo to keep his feet for one more step?
He was raving about Chubb yesterday. He does. He was. I see. Here's the thing. He doesn't rave about anybody. He's Fangs. He's a curmudgeon.
So when he does, I would just Chubb spends half the game in the offensive backfield doing absolutely nothing. Okay, so I want him to get back there, get a cup of coffee, maybe a scone or something, and when somebody goes by with the ball, just grab him, baby. Just grab him.
A little grabby grab. Use those hands.
Yes,
Use
because he
those
always
hands, baby.
like. Let me tell you, it's a sad sight. Bradley Chubb in chase mode. You know damn well he ain't getting there, right? And he gonna collapse almost. And I like him. The guy is always in the backfield. Always. But you got to make a play.
Well, if you get paid that
Look,
type of
the
money,
biggest.
you gotta make some plays.
Look,
Yes.
I'll say it for you.
I don't, you know, I ain't that guy. I don't like.
No, you ain't. That's what I'll say for you.
Because
You got
listen,
paid. They
I ain't
traded for
never, I ain't never bet nobody at their job that somebody offer them a bunch of money. They say, you know what? I'm probably not going to produce at that level.
But
give me a little bit less.
Doesn't he already have like 3 forced fumbles this season? Like he has not been.
He's not been bad.
I know. But wait.
I'll tell you who I'm happy.
When the quarterback scrambles and gets free, who's always the closest guy to him?
He does always feel like he's a hand away. But I think that he has definitely stepped up his game. I think that the defense is like that. You know, Fangs made this point yesterday. He was like, you know, all this talk about us, they were the number 2 offense coming into that game, and they did a pretty good job. They had 2 takeaways,
right?
You know,
right.
But I think the thing he's most happy about, no more Eli Apple on the field.
You know what I think is a good Eli day?
Eli Day.
What, Eli Manning Day?
No, he's closer to doing the Manning cast than he is to playing cornerback.
Well, we'll hear.
Don't talk trash. Don't say it's gonna be an Eli day. Nobody wants to hear that.
We'll take a quick break. When we come back for hour 2, we'll hear a little bit from Fangs as the Dolphins are getting ready for the Patriots. Eric Reed's going to join us next hour. We got to tickle Leroy's fancy later on in the show. Plenty to get to. Back after this. It's our Tua. It's our Tua. It's our Tua. Tua, Tua, Tua. Tonga Valoa. Not
Tua Tagovailoa.
A for effort. Dolphins quarterback.
Tua.
It's our Tua. It's our Tua.
Tua.
Tua, Tua, Tua. Tua, Tua, Tua. Can go to hell. Tua Tonga Valoa. Dolphins quarterback.
Daddy loves you guys.
Our Tua with Tobin and Leroy.
Check the history of
Our Tua the program, ladies and gentlemen.
Did you catch yourself fidgeting? Because I heard the echo.
That wasn't me, dude.
Okay.
That wasn't me, dude. Let's get to some headlines brought to you by the new Palmetto Ford Truck Super Center. Why buy your truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford.
We know trucks.
The Miami Dolphins getting ready for the New England Patriots. Yesterday, you had a lot of guys who were on the field, limited in practice, but all good things. Good to see people back out there. Tyreek Hill, after that scare Tuas seemed to give us. Tyreek says yesterday he's good to go. So that's great.
Did you hear his explanation?
Yes.
I needed some more attention.
You needed more. Well, he did. I mean, like the cheetah needs attention. You gotta have him out there, dude. We also had Xavien Howard. He was limited in practice. Alec Ingold was back on the practice field. Cater Kohu's dealing with the neck, but he was practicing. Raheem Mostert
for turning and running.
Mostert, who didn't practice on Wednesday, he was back on the practice field. Nick Needham continues to make his way back from that Achilles injury. He was taken off the pup this week, so good news it seems for Nick Needham getting him back.
It seems like the team is getting back to full.
Yep.
Then we can get a better idea of what they can and can't do, because I'm totally not, we all sit here and make fun of Fangs or whatever, but I think a lot of what he's doing is based on what's available to him.
For sure.
And trying not to put too many people in harm's way.
It's part of the reason I was like listening to him yesterday. I'm like, this is the most positive I've heard this guy since he's become Dolphins defensive coordinator. So
right.
This is Vic Fangio. He was talking about why he was encouraged by the play against the Philadelphia Eagles. Here's Only Fangs.
Obviously, they're one of the best teams in the league. Everybody, we were ranked 1 in offense going in. Everybody forgot they were 2. So it's a high quality team. And I thought we acquitted ourselves well. We had the touchdown. The field goal, the strip sack by Bradley set up the other 3 points. So we kind of scored 10 points. But we were a player 2 away from having a great performance. And we just let a couple plays get away from us. But was pleased with the progress we showed. I know it's hard to fathom that when you allow 31, but there was good progress made.
I would say this. He does seem chipper.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes in games, as they play out, like what you think you should be doing during the course of the game has to change because you're trying to win the game.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got to take more chances. And I think that's where things got a little, off kilter. Now, I will say this. I'm not one to read into what people say.
Mm-hmm.
The Dolphins scored 17 points. He's already accepted 10 of those points.
He did.
By saying we scored them.
He did.
So what is he really saying?
I think he's saying offense, pick this bleep up.
Right?
Because he is.
Normally he said it was like we scored 10 points. Right?
Here's a little bit more from Vic Fangio on getting Jalen Ramsay back, which it seems they are going to get him back, and how that changes things for the defense getting back Jalen Ramsay and Xavien Howard.
In many ways, not the only way, but your corner's abilities govern your defense. And if you feel confident in them that they can, play good outside the numbers on the routes you get out there, it has an effect on what you do defensively. There's no way around that.
He did everything but dance.
Yeah, pretty much.
That he gonna have both his corners.
He's so excited. He I'm telling you, Froggy Fangs. That's what we had. We don't have market.
What if this? Let me ask you this: what if this defense, with their two corners back, looks so different based on what Fangs is saying?
Yeah,
like he has a whole different group of defenses set on having, guys he trusts at corner. And he's pretty much just said that.
Yeah, pretty much.
What if this team looks so different and so much better defensively? Are we then going to come back and say, all right, well, we got to give him a pass?
Look, I think because, and you kind of said it earlier in the show, because Vic Fangio was the highest, recruited highest paid defensive coordinator, you're not going to give that guy any time. It needs to be fixed immediately.
Yeah, but
he came out with a stinker in his first one. They got run all over. But I do think things are improving, even with the major injuries that they've had. And now, you get Jalen Ramsay back. I mean, that guy. Listen, the old don't act that happy unless they know something we don't. And Vic Fangio sounds like he can't wait to unleash Jalen Ramsay on this for his defense. A defense he knows very well.
Yep, I can't wait. I want to see. I want to see now. I don't necessarily know if the Pats have players that can exploit the secondary anyway, right? Nor the quarterback. Although I will say the quarterback has played better. That being said,
hard to play worse.
This might be a good week for these guys to get back when you don't have the threat that you had in the secondary with, say, a Philadelphia.
Right. For sure. Yeah. It's you don't have, one of the best receivers in the league in AJ Brown going at you. You have, your Gesicki and Devontae Parker.
The white gritty.
Damn, Gesicki does the gritty on you guys. That's gonna be nasty.
Oh, he can't wait. He's waiting. He's trying to get that done. We can't allow that. We cannot allow that.
I mean, all right, there's a lot of things you don't want to allow. Part of sports is sometimes the other team do it anyway. Yeah, I don't want a team to run for 200 yards against me, but look at what the Dolphins were doing.
I don't want a team to score 70 points against me.
Yeah.
I don't even think you go into a week thinking a team can score 70 points against you.
No. Have you seen football? When we look at the scores of these games,
it's been rough,
right? And then say, oh, by the way, somebody scored 70. They're going to look at you and say, who?
Yep. Crazy, man. Crazy. All right, so that's your Dolphins. And then meanwhile, your Miami Heat, they are getting set for the Celtics tonight, 7:30 from TD Garden. We are going to welcome in Eric Reed from Bally Sports Sun as the Heat OG, the man who has called all the Heat games since their inception. He has been calling Miami Heat action, and you can hear him and John Crotty tonight on Bally Sports Sun. And alongside, if you guys have the radio on, Jason Jackson will have your call from Beantown. Coverage begins at 6:15. Alejandro Solana and Tommy Ty get you going with the Miami Heat audio experience. So we'll take a break. Talk to Eric Reed coming up next.
Tobin and Leroy.
All right, welcome back, everybody.
I'm so used to hearing the slow version of that.
Yeah.
It caught me off guard.
It did. Welcome on back, everybody. It is Tobin and Leroy here with you on 560 WQAM. Miami Heat got their season underway on Wednesday, a 1-point win over the Detroit Pistons. Now they embark on a heck of a road trip to start the season. And you guys, of course, can listen to that here on 560 WQAM. But if you're looking to tune in, of course, you can watch that on Bally Sports Sun. 7:30 tip-off tonight from Jimmy Butler's Roadhouse, the TD Garden. Let's go out to the Toyota of Hollywood guest line. Shop hundreds of Toyotas indoors in one of America's largest showrooms at Toyota of Hollywood on 441 between Hollywood and Sheridan. Then we will talk to the voice of the Miami Heat, the franchise original. We always love when he gives us some time. Eric Reed joining us here on the program. Eric, how are you?
Thank you, Tobin. Not as good as Leroy, who runs behind your blocking on a daily basis.
First, what was, I guess, a couple of big takeaways from the opener, Eric? What were some things that stood out to you enjoyed? And it got a little dicey there at the end, but they pulled out with the victory.
Yeah, first ever 1-point win in a season opener. It was a little frightening when that 19-point lead got to 1. I think the Heat went the last 2.5 minutes without scoring, but you try to see the positive side of that, and I thought you saw poise and a maturity to not let poor fourth quarter offense, take away from your defense. 4 stops in the last minute and a half of that game with a 1-point lead, including a Bam block shot on Cade Cunningham, and the Cade Cunningham missed from 3 right as the game ended. So, I like the bench for Miami, especially Duncan Robinson. His 3-point shooting now becomes, again, a focal point. So a return to what we got used to a few years back. The Heat lost a lot of 3-point shooting in Vincent and Strus. Matter of fact, they only took 22 threes in the season opening game, guys. They did that 22 threes or less 3 times all of last year. So they won opening night with not a good night of offense. The offense is a concern until proven otherwise. But hey, let's get ready to step up in weight class. A return to 3 of the last 4 conference finals and a return to a building where Miami won 3 times in the conference finals last year, including that culture-defining 19-point Game 7 win that I know Tobin has pinned up in his family room.
Eric, I was really impressed with, I always look for, okay, what did this guy do, in the off season? What did he work on? What did he, can I see it, happening in the beginning of this year? I was impressed with Tyler's defense. I mean, holy smokes, that he was very active. And I think is that just part of his evolution, part of his, I want to be a complete player? Because I know he talks about scoring a lot, and he probably didn't have one of his better nights scoring. But on the defensive side of the ball, that's a big contribution from him.
That is a prerequisite. If you want to get big minutes with Miami, you're going to have to hold up that end of the bargain, and everybody has committed to it. I think everybody with the Heat generally gets better at it. Listen, Tyler's going to do what he can on that end, but he earns his money on the offensive end of the floor. I think the one area that I'm waiting to see Tyler take that next step, and he's entering the prime of his career right now as a young veteran in his 5th year. How can he improve his scoring, especially if he's not going to get a lot more shots, because he's going to have to share that with Bam and Jimmy. He did take 24 shots in the opener, which was a team high. Did not get to the free throw line. He's maybe the league's best free throw shooter. I think it's a must for him to take that next step as a high-level, high-volume scorer. Even if you're not getting 20 to 25 field goal attempts, it's getting himself to the free throw line. And we're seeing him go to the basket more. He's got to keep doing that, earn respect from the officials, and I'd love to see him get to the line 4 to 6 times a game minimum. Last year, it was under 3 free throw attempts a game.
Eric, this matchup coming up tonight against Boston, it's interesting. They were such a defensive team. It felt like kind of changed a little bit last year, but those guys who were always a pain in the butt, the Rob Williams, the Grant Williams, Marcus Smart, they're all gone now, and they've added this firepower with Kristaps Porzingis. Drew Holiday obviously always has the rep, but Jimmy did a great job against him last year in the playoffs. What are you, I guess, looking for? This rivalry is, it feels inevitable. They'll probably match up at one point. So what are the things that the Celtics did that you're looking at in tonight's matchup?
Well, Tobin, everybody's looking at Boston and Milwaukee. We saw, as painful as it was to watch last night, Dame Lillard score 39 and look magnificent for the Bucks. Okay. Drew Holiday in the opener for Boston, he didn't do that much offensively. He guarded Julius Randle for a lot of that game. Was much bigger than him with the Knicks. Held Randle to 1 for 10 shooting. So they did lose their best defenders and their toughest guys, some of their better competitors in Grant Williams and Marcus Smart and Robert Williams, and one other who escapes me at the moment right now. But listen, their top 5 with Al Horford as their 6th man is very, very strong. Their bench, they got 12 points from 4 bench players total in their opener. All their front court all played 38 minutes or more. So they're going to be as good as their first 6 guys let them be. We'll see how that plays out over a long season. I think they're susceptible, as all teams are. But when you're thin in the bench, staying healthy becomes even more important for teams like Boston and Milwaukee. The Celtics, with Brown and Tatum, it's their 7th year as a duo. They're one of the league's best duos. And in Porzingis, they're really different in the middle. He scored 30 in his Celtics debut with 4 block shots. And what left the real game 1 impression for Kristaps is he scored 12 of those points in the game 6 minutes when it was there to win or lose. So it's going to be interesting to get a look at both Boston tonight, Milwaukee on Monday night, an early season look at the 2 teams that everybody's pointing to in the East. And we'll get a chance to see how Miami early in the season matches up with both of them.
Yeah, Spo was saying after the game, he's like, yeah, I'm sure they've had us circled on their calendar as soon as the schedule came out. Matchups, like, do you feel, Eric, how this team is good at blocking out noise, but we know like guys like Tyler hear it. So do you feel like there may be a little bit extra onto that Milwaukee matchup or this Boston matchup, just knowing that they've changed, but the Heat have kind of come back other than, a lot of the young guys? Do you feel like there's a little extra juice to games this early?
Yeah, I don't think it matters, Tobin, when you play them, but when it's whenever you play the teams that are perceived to be, the upper echelon championship chasing teams, you bring out your best, and you want to do that every night, but it's easier to do that against the best team. So listen, Miami and Boston, 3 of the last 4 years have been in the conference finals against each other. If you just look at and to be honest with you, these 2 teams have had 37 playoff games since 2010. They've met each other in 27 games in conference finals play. That's the most matchups for any 2 teams in a conference final since they started keeping track of that in 1971. And in the last 2 years, guys, can you get more dramatic series? They both went 7 between the Heat and the Celtics. 2 years ago, they beat the Heat 3 times in Miami. That's never happened in a playoff series to the Heat before, including the painful Game 7 loss at home. And then last year, to balance it perfectly, the Heat win in Boston 3 times. And, Tobin, I joked about it earlier, but that 19-point win in Game 7 after losing 3 straight in that series, to me stands out as the, one of the best examples when people talk about Heat culture. Just look at that game. Everybody thought it was over. That's why people like us knew that it wasn't, because everybody thought it was. And so listen, it's right back to that kind of feeling tonight to see how these 2 teams match up.
Eric, the one thing that I took from that season opener is the greatest 13 minutes of basketball I've ever seen from Jaime Jaquez. The moves that kid was putting, he's impressive, Eric. I can't wait till the minutes limit is lifted on him from this groin from camp, because that footwork is dazzling, Eric. What did you make of the rookie?
Loved him. You know, we didn't get much of him in summer league. He got hurt, missed 4 of the 5 preseason games with a strained groin. But all of us had seen enough. You know, the most experienced player coming out of last June's draft, played 4 years at UCLA. And, you know, everybody said the kid's going to be a great culture fit. He's got a grown-up game. It's a mature game. And while the bench is thin right now, without Highsmith and Jay Rich, and with Caleb Martin rusty from sort of an inactive preseason, Jaime is really important to this team right from day one. The footwork, the poise, the skill level. He's ready to compete at this level, and each night is going to be enjoyable to watch him emerge.
Eric, do you get the feeling that the timetable of when these young players have to be excellent, like I'm gonna exclude Jaime from that because he's a little bit older, but the time frame for which these young players come into the league after 1 year of college, and when people expect them to be great, sometimes that gets lost, and that it's going to take 3-4 years for them to develop and get to their prime, and we don't really have the patience for it.
Yeah, the patience clock runs out quick, but listen, you know, like the NFL, the best players generally go to the worst teams. Unlike the NFL, you can come out at 18, 19 years old in the NBA, you know, after a year of college basketball, or maybe no college basketball at all, and you're playing overseas or with overtime elite or in the G League, and you're expected to come right in. You know, Jaquez went to the Heat at 18. 2 picks later, Houston took Cam Whitmore out of Villanova, 19 years old, 1 year of college basketball. While his upside is considerable, he's 6'7", built like a linebacker. You know, 5 years from now, he might be a great player. I think he played 7 scoreless minutes in their opener. It's hard to come right in as a teenager and you know, be ready to play against these grown competitive men in the NBA. Right. Jaquez seems ready. And it's fun to have a rookie like that you can plug in and play. And he's going to help. The Heat might not have the star power of some of these top contenders. They seem deeper than both the Bucks and the Celtics. And we're going to get a firsthand look, as we said, over the next 4 nights to see exactly how these teams, at least early, match up.
Eric, Kyle Lowry is never going to be the guy who takes the most shots on the team. But you got to think that he's going to pull the trigger a little bit quicker than as late as he did. Do you think you expect a more aggressive Kyle Lowry on this road trip? Because that was odd. It was such a big thing and storyline. I thought it was almost a little bit overblown, the whole comments in training camp about I expect to be the starter. He was, and then it's like, you know, I don't know. It almost felt like he was too passive in this opener. Do you feel like we need a more aggressive Kyle Lowry if he is going to be in that role?
Kyle is really good, Tobin, at picking his spots. And you know, one of the things that he and Jimmy have in common that I really enjoy and respect about both of them, they don't care about their numbers. They look at each game and sort of prioritize what is needed during the course of that game to help their team win that game. And that's what has made them special. I think Lowry, you know, based off last year, has been really under-respected in our market. You know, if you look at Basketball Reference, which is a really reputable site for basketball research, his Hall of Fame probability is 86%. He's going to be a Hall of Fame point guard when his career is done. Now, he played 32 minutes in the opener. He took 1 shot. It came with like a minute and a half left in the game. It wasn't one of his better games, but I'm not worried about Kyle. Listen, I have great respect for him, the way he's built, the competitive nature he has, the winning personality that he has. And he was injured last year. Spo has said it a couple of times, and I agree with him. It's really unfair to judge players who play when they're injured. And he did that for a lot of last season. He came back healthier and in really, really good shape. He knew that there was a chance. Listen, last 11 regular season games and in all but 1 playoff game, he came off the bench at the end of last year. Why? 2 reasons. 1, better for Spo to control his minutes that way. 2, I think Coach was concerned about his team becoming overly reliant on a guy that may or may not be in the lineup. So Kyle knew that was in the air as a possibility for this year. Came back and in the training camp at FAU, didn't miss a down. He competed in every drill, played like a guy that was determined to win his starting job back. I loved his sort of defiant nature when he was honest. He said, I see myself as the starting point guard. And whether he started or not,
right,
he's going to play the most minutes of any of the point guards for the Heat. It's also a different job description when you are the point guard for the Heat, when you've got a Jimmy and a Bam that can make plays with the ball as well. So I think Kyle's going to have a better year than he had last season. And I would encourage Heat fans not to get dismayed over his one field goal attempt in game 1.
We can't wait to watch you and John Cry tonight, Eric. 7:30, Bally Sports Sun, Heat and Celtics, start of a very exciting road trip between Celtics. You got the Wolves tomorrow night, and then, of course, a big-time matchup with the Bucks on Monday. 3 games in 4 nights before they come back for the Nets on Wednesday. Eric, we appreciate the time. Thanks so much, man.
Thanks, Eric.
Tobin, I know what you're going to be doing 3 of the next 4 nights. Leroy, always good to see you, brother.
Always good to see you.
Enjoy the season, guys.
All righty.
There you go. We'll take a quick break. Back with more after this.
WQA
Welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you. Thanks again to Eric Reed for stopping by.
One of my favorites.
Eric Reed?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Javier Ritchie says it best when he says Eric Reed is class.
Yep.
He is class personified.
Now, Eric Reed is one side, but I used to like me some Mike Inglis, right? Who told it like it was.
Oh, man.
Little
Mike,
too much.
Mike would get after those refs.
What even he would say?
Or if things were going bad, like if he were up 18 and
Yes.
a team had a 4-0 run, he goes, I gotta tell you, it's seems like we're letting this one slip away.
Say goodbye to that big lead. You're thinking what they going to like a 20-point run? No, 4.
Yeah, I'll tell you what though, there's nothing like what Mike Inglis would be calling just a crazy run in the playoffs. That man was great. He had some great stuff on the radio broadcast years for the Heat, but been loving Jax, man. Jax is doing fantastic. He's he's especially love him throwing the nicknames out there. I love the Triple Jota for Jaime Jaquez. It makes me happy. So we'll hear them tonight as we got a big sports weekend. We got the Canes tomorrow against Virginia as they'll look to get things, keep things right after their double OT win against Clemson. That's at 3:30. So our pregame is at 11:30 tomorrow for WQAM. Daniel Rabinowitz and Brian Monroe will get you set for all the action. Joe Zagacki, DBJ. Of course, we'll have the call from a Hard Rock Stadium.
I'm at a bit of an impasse here. I'm going to the hockey game.
Yes.
Late game.
What time's the game?
6. The football game's at 3:30.
Yeah. Well, you'll have to. Hopefully, maybe they'll have it in the bag by then, dude. Who knows?
In an hour and a half, 2 hours.
It's wishful thinking, I give you, but
Hey, you're gonna go to the game and try to go to the Panther game?
I'll tell you one thing.
No, I'm going to the Panther game.
But you will have intermission, so you could probably sneak a peek at a TV somewhere because they got the TVs going. I'm sure someone's gonna have like the funky Buddha bar or something like that.
You know what the funniest thing is? You ever go to one game, but the fans are watching another game, and you hear random cheering throughout the stadium?
Yeah.
So you're going to watch the UM game, and all of a sudden the Gator game is on.
Or like say for example, if the Canes are playing at night or the Dolphins are playing at night and the Heat are playing at the same time.
Yep.
Right? You'll hear cheering from both games, but only one game you can actually see at the time.
You'll I don't know if you remember this, but when Heath Bell, top bum, was Marlins closer that first year, he was getting mad in the Clevelander. Mind you, this team sucked that he was on. He was getting mad in the Clevelander that people were glued watching the Big Three in the Clevelander and cheering for them and not watching the Marlins, who again, that team sucked. So he was like, not only was it bad enough that he was criticizing his teammates while sucking, then he decided to criticize the fans that were still going to watch his ass suck, and was mad because they were watching basketball.
The Clevelander. You're the reason why the Clevelander closed.
Can't rule that out.
Macho Marlins man.
Can't rule that out. The last jump that he had with that walk-off win against the Giants, that pool was no more.
And it was pretty disgusting.
You're telling me. A lot of showers. A lot of showers after that one. A lot. Tyreek Hill. So did you see this? Did you know that Tyreek Hill and Stephen A. Smith, I don't know if you guys talked about this when I was gone. I was trying to, I was trying
to
do
little
what
beef.
you said. Yeah, I was trying to do what you said, stay away from social media. I was enjoying New York. I was on, of course, but I didn't see like a lot of the main headlines. And this one, I don't know if you guys talked about it last week, but him and Stephen A. getting into it a little bit.
Well, here's what we talked about. Stephen A. And you need to get the full picture of this. They're showing highlights.
Yep.
In the background.
Yep.
Of Tua throwing bombs to Tyreek.
Right.
And in the front, Stephen A. is talking about how Tua throws 2-yard passes and Tyreek takes it to the house.
Right.
While the film is showing him throwing it 30, 40 yards the field.
Right. So what he was trying to say that with the speed that Tyreek has, you don't have to throw deep all the time. He can take a 2-yard pass and turn into a 90-yard.
It's what he was trying to say, but he
He didn't say it that way.
Like that. He was trying to. He the way he said it was like all Tua does is throw 2 yards,
dink and dunk,
dink and dunk. The funny thing is, because I think Orlowski's the best guy in analysts in the NFL, and they just looking at it. Every highlight was 25, 30-yard bombs, just 25, 30-yard bombs to the point they were like, you need to stop with the dink and dunk.
His best
technology. You need to say he's just a great quarterback who has an unbelievable talent in Tyreek Hill, and he gets the ball to him.
Yeah, I mean, his best throw was a 30+ yard touchdown to Tyreek Hill on Sunday night. Right. So Tyreek Hill did his podcast this week, and he's got more things to say about Stephen A. Smith. Here was Tyreek Hill and his podcast.
He told you to watch your mouth. Stephen A. Smith. Will Tyreek Hill watch his mouth?
Man, I think it would never be a situation for me to watch my mouth, man. Whenever I'm talking about the game that I grew up playing, the game that my father taught me how to play, man. So I don't know what's up with these analysts, man, thinking that, they got the credentials to talk about the sport that we live every day. Like I got to sit in meetings for like literally 60 hours a week. You feel me? Learning about the plan, learning about the details and everything. I got to figure out so I can go out there and perform. So, man, for him to be able to just say that, man, I just feel like his take on Tua was lazy. He had a very lazy take on Tua. Like he didn't do his homework. Like he just saw highlights. It was a very lazy take on him. I just called him out.
And he couldn't take it. But you know what he said? This no-name individual, he's tired of no-name individuals getting the opportunity to interview the stars.
Yeah, I don't get that take either, man. Like it's just, I guess it's just one of those scenarios where he's just jealous. You feel me? Like he wanted to be the individual to be able to like have conversations with the athletes. And Stephen A., if you want that opportunity, baby, I'm just a phone call away, man. Just a phone call away, man. I'm able to talk anytime, anywhere, any place, wherever you want to do it at, baby boy.
There you go, Tyreek Hill.
That baby boy had some. Had some bigger. I had some bigger with that baby boy.
Hey, when you hit him with a baby boy, right? It's in so many ways. There's so many ways.
Yeah.
So many ways. Because guess what? Tyreek Hill is not a big dude. So when he hit somebody with a baby boy.
Oh no, he want that smoke. He wants smoke. No. When
you know what? Look, he's right. And here's what I've always felt about analysts in the media, right? A lot of your stuff is scripted. A lot of your stuff is planned, right?
Yep.
So that means you have an opportunity to deliver your message better than the athlete would who's just being asked random questions.
Oh, for sure.
And so when you come across the wrong way and you're not a dummy, and people react to it, you got nobody to blame but yourself.
Definitely.
If that's not what Stephen A. meant, that man has been on TV a long time. He knows a better way to deliver. He's written. He's done show. So you telling me he couldn't have found a better way to say that? Or is he backtracking?
Yeah.
And then trying to say after he said that. So he's so smart, I don't give him a pass for slip of tongue. I think that's where we are.
Stephen A. Smith is one of the best to do it for sure.
Right.
Great success on that show. And honestly, Stephen A. Smith's gotten crushed before for not knowing a certain Charger was out or something for a Monday Night Football. But look, Tua is one of the most talked about guys in the league. For you not to have any inkling about what kind of touchdowns he's thrown all season, Tyreek Hill is right. He said the word. It was a lazy take.
Right.
It was a lazy take. I'm not saying you can't make the take that Tyreek Hill is the MVP of the Dolphins. I get he's amazing, but the way you made it was it was lazy. He put it perfectly there. It was a lazy take from Stephen A. Smith, and he doesn't want to be called out on his takes because his takes are so precious as being called lazy. But it was. That's the perfect description of it, and that's why Tyreek Hill's not going to sit here and respect your football opinion when you're saying things that are just patently false when he's catching 30 to 40-yard touchdowns every single week from Tua.
And to Vlad's point, one of the reasons why Dan Orlovsky is so good at what he does is because he doesn't do what Stephen A did. You see what I'm saying? If he has a take, if Dan Orlovsky has a take and you don't agree with it, dude has pictures, he's breaking it down and showing you why he feels that way. Stephen A just has a thought.
Schmeeth and Schmolnick says Tobin doesn't understand the baby boy reference. Basically, the intangibles version of pal.
Yep.
He's right. He's absolutely right.
Wait, can I ask you, is that intangible or unintangible help? like one intangible breaking it down for you?
Oh, we don't know. We don't know. Well, in fairness, it's an alias. We don't know if Schmeeth is intangible.
Schmeeth and Smolnick?
We don't know. That could just be it's a disguised name. I know Dade South is an intangible.
Let me explain. Listen, Dade South.
I know Dade South.
Wait.
Dade South is one of us.
Dade South. We can
one of
tell.
We have no idea what Schmeeth is.
He's using baby boy. He's using baby boy. But Schmeeth and Smolnick?
We don't know.
He could be anyone.
He could be anybody.
Wait.
He could be anyone.
You think, hey, Vlad, you think he's a member?
No. He's not of our complexion. But
that's what I'm saying.
But he could be a member of a tribe. He could be a member of a tribe.
He could be. I think he's Tobin's complexion. Is what I'm saying.
Nah.
So we don't know. So it's still up in the air.
It's still up in the air.
Okay, I'm just saying. Like as a brother, I wouldn't use a nickname Schmeeth and Smolnick. Right? You see what I'm saying?
Schmeeth and Schmolnick. No.
Right. That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm taking it from his.
Right. But he could be funny though. That's the thing. Being funny,
yeah.
he could be. So it just could be his way of playing words. Like
he also has
Sergey. Sergey.
He also has a SPO avatar. We don't know. He's left it all a mystery just to tell us all to go to hell.
He has. But the one thing that's very consistent, everybody in the chat has gone to hell, according to Schmeeth and Smolnick. hey, buddy, how you doing? Go to hell.
Go to hell, buddy. Go to hell. Go to hell, pal. Buddy. Go to hell, baby boy.
What if he starts saying, "Go to hell, baby boy"?
That was a lot of vigor with that baby boy.
Oh yeah, he said it very aggressively.
Take a quick break. Back after this. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. Tobin and Leroy here with you. Taking you up until 2. Getting some cat talk. Brought to us by our friends over at Celsius. Hockey fans, don't sit this one out. When it's game time, make Celsius part of play and get that energy up. Game day is fueled by Celsius Essential Energy Drinks, the official energy drink of your Florida Panthers. Got to get them on the canvas as well up there. Panthers will be back in action tomorrow, taking on the Seattle Kraken. The Kraken. 6 o'clock puck drop from Amaranth Bank Arena. Leroy Horde will be boots on the ground. Is this your daughter's first hockey game? Has she ever been to a hockey game?
I don't know. Might be.
All right.
Might be.
All right. And that's the crew, just you and her?
Me and her and my buddy Mike and either Ev or Brenda.
All right.
Son or daughter. Don't know which one.
You guys gonna bring rats?
No.
Why not? You gotta throw them on the ice, baby.
No. Not packing no rats.
Get a rat in the gift shop on the way in.
Yeah.
Chuck that puppy.
It'll be right next to the Stanley E. Panther.
We have those now, though. We have them. Both of them. They each have that, and they each have a Sebastian now.
I gotta find my Michigan guys. They have 2 Michigan guys they called up.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
You can just shout, "Go Blue!"
Yep.
And then you're gonna be like, "I'm gonna steal signs for you from the Kraken."
You know what's crazy? Like, is hockey the only sport where everybody plays?
They play. Yeah, they have all of these lines.
Right.
And it's crazy to see like the total ice time is like, huh? Because you don't really doesn't feel like it because they're out. You know, it's all quick shifts.
Right.
And then like Moeller will tell you, he's like, "Oh, I don't know, Goldie. These guys are getting tired."
Oh, you can see. You can see when they get tired.
Oh yeah,
because they try to get off that ice so fast.
Yep. It's crazy, man. All right, so looking forward to it.
I'm a big fan of the in-game shifts, like where you don't have to stop the game to like. Holy smokes! It's like it is fast.
Dade South says Leroy's going to be the Seattle snacking at the game. He's not wrong. What is your favorite go-to food at a game?
For the Panthers, I just get a pop. Like even stadium food. Like when I go to Dolphins games, they have a whole lot of stuff. Right?
I think the Panthers have. I think I like their food more than any other food.
I'm not a food guy because I'll just get popcorn or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because first of all, here's the deal. I don't like carrying it around. Right? And then when you get the food and the drink to the seat, there ain't much room. So you can't really enjoy it, but you can enjoy some popcorn, something like that. So I'm not really a big
Spoon didn't want to see some hockey?
No, she's going to be there. She's doing the Tobin.
What do you mean?
The school has
it's school night?
Yeah, they have they have a concession.
Oh,
yeah.
Really? All right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, then you got to stop by that one for sure.
I guess.
And
Rebecca can't do it because she's not 18.
Right.
And so I was like, all right, you want to go to the game? Because everybody else is going to be gone.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, all right.
Let's do it. Yeah. Josh says, what's crazy is Leroy trying to change the subject on that Michigan cheating scandal.
No, I'm not. I don't know. What? First of all, how the hell are you going to prove it with the teams that they've played so far?
How are you going to prove it for this season? Well, I don't think it's for this season, is it? Is it these aren't past offenses?
I don't know. Really? First of all, I would understand if it was Virginia beat North Carolina. Right?
Mm-hmm.
But Michigan beat Michigan State?
Yeah, again, but this seems like it's run rampant through the program's history where they've been amazing.
All right. I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't
You
know.
do seem to be brushing it aside,
Because
Leroy.
I don't know. I don't actually hear. And I've said this about other things. So you can't say I'm just saying this about Michigan, right? Where's the advantage? You're already a lot better than these teams you've been playing.
Cheaters cheat, dude. I see. Like this is my
Again. All right, I get it.
This
I'm
is
not
what they-
disputing that. I'm just saying, right? Like, knowing what Michigan State is gonna do does what? And as a football player, most of the time, they know what you're gonna run, and you know what they're gonna run anyway.
Okay, here's my counterpoint to that, though. I get what you're saying. Make it Michigan, make it whatever. Fine. But then why would you do it? If it didn't matter or it didn't give you an advantage, then why is there so much an infrastructure to like having a guy be a mole for other programs to go get their stuff? Because obviously it doesn't not help. Otherwise, they wouldn't do it. So do you think it's like when they hold up the sign and it's like, you know, Cracker Jack on the sideline, and they're like, that's a flea flicker. That's a flea flicker. We know it. On two.
I don't know, but I mean, yeah, somebody did point out a valid point about this. You know, at every level of football, there's a mic in the quarterback's helmet, except college. Think about that. So they got to use these ridiculous signs. Because they don't want to put a mic in a quarterback's helmet, which is stupid.
Jim Harbaugh, his statement yesterday was, I want to make it clear that I and my staff will fully cooperate with the investigation into this matter. I do not have any knowledge or information regarding the University of Michigan football program illegally stealing signs, nor have I directed any staff member or others to participate in off-campus scouting assignment. I have no awareness of anyone on our staff having done that or having directed that action. I do not condone or tolerate anyone doing or anything illegal against the NCAA rules. No matter what program or organization that I have led throughout my career, my instructions and awareness of how we scout opponents have always been firmly within the rules.
Let me tell you why. Okay. Let me direct you to the beginning of this season. Why was Jim Harbaugh suspended?
Didn't he like get a cheeseburger or something like that for somebody?
No.
Oh, he lied.
Exactly. I'm just saying. Like, listen, it's in our nature. If somebody accuses you of something, the first thing you do is lie. You never say, no, I did it. Like, why are we so shocked? That being said, you just got in trouble for lying. I don't know.
More words, the worse in the statement, if you ask me.
Yes. Like, I would have felt more of it. Like, wasn't me.
Didn't do
right?
it.
Like, that's it.
Pretty wild.
Prepared statements scare me.
Anyway, that's that. Other headlines brought to you by the new Palmetto Ford Truck Super Center. Why buy your truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford.
We know trucks. Hey, you mind getting that out at the beginning of the segment so we can whoop whoop?
Not bad.
You know what I'm saying? You getting it on the way out. I'm not telling you how to do your job, but damn.
Kind of sounds like you are.
No, I'm not.
Xavien Howard.
You blocking for me, baby.
Xavien Howard on the Dolphins being on Hard Knocks. This is what he had to say on that. He said, Hard Knocks is bull bleep, especially during the season. No, I'm serious. I'm not a fan.
I don't understand why. I don't understand why you are the only person that likes this.
What's that?
You're the only person of all the people involved that like this. You do realize that, right?
Yeah, he likes it until he likes it right now. No. He likes it right now, Leroy. He likes it right now because you know why? They're talking about his team. The more exposure for Tua, the more exposure. But he doesn't realize if the table flips and it's negative and they start losing, then he has an out. He's gonna blame Hard Knocks. Why are they following the team during the season? They were 5-2 before Hard Knock started. Then all of a sudden, Hard Knock comes in, and now the team stop playing too well.
I actually got to tell you, this is actually how I look at it as a fan, because I remember the Marlins speaking of that team with Heath Bell, I remember the Marlins having they had a reality show. The franchise Showtime did a show where they followed the Marlins that season, and God, they were bad. They were so bad. And it was actually some of the best entertainment when it was really bad, because like you had Ozzie Guillen making fun of all of his players who were ripped to shreds. He goes, "Look at all of you, look like models, hit 189." This is great.
You're talking about Miami now, Tobin.
Mm-hmm.
So you know they're not gonna be at the what's the name of the practice facility? First Baptist, whatever. You know, they're not gonna be out there. They're gonna be out in South Beach. They're gonna be at Los Olas. They're gonna be at.
Are they allowed to do that? I don't know how Hard Knocks works. Are they allowed to follow them home?
Why do you think a certain cornerback just said, "I don't like it"? Because he doesn't want his. You can't creep with his cameras. It's not
him with all of his business that gets thrown out there on social media. I can understand why he wouldn't want cameras around, but I don't know. I just think for the Dolphin fan, I think it's going to be fun, because I don't think it's going to matter. I think they're going to be good. And
you think so?
Okay.
Do you really want to?
Do you want to risk it? You want to risk it
on a Thursday night? Do you want to see that? You're going to be happy with that? And then he gives up a touchdown late in the game on a Sunday.
It's not going to happen.
Think it's going to be brought back? What do you think is going to be brought up?
When have you ever seen Hard Knocks go to Tootsie's?
Why wouldn't they go to Tootsie's?
Well, that just seems like a crew that wants to expense stuff.
Vlad, why are you acting like you directed it and that's what you would do?
What else are they going to do then? What are they going to show? What are they going to show?
I think if it's at Tootsie's, they're going to have to change it from Hard Knocks to something that rhymes with Hard Knocks.
It's Hard Rocks.
You better have a cup on. You know what I mean? But I'm just saying, what are they going to do? When players are saying that means they don't want their extracurricular activities to be shown.
From Hard Knocks to Hard Knockers.
There you go. Tangeray to the satellite stage. Tangeray to the satellite stage. Lexus to the main
stage. It wasn't me.
You don't have to look at me with that disgust.
Wasn't me.
I can't hear you, J-Fig. I think you did that thing with your mic again.
Unmute yourself.
She'll be back. We'll take a break. We'll hear from J-Fig being disgusted with me. And we'll get to 15 minutes of Game Day Uncensored. Plus, we got Tickle Leroy's Fancy later on this hour. Back after this. Welcome back, everybody. It is Tobin and Leroy here with you on 560 WQAM. Take you up until 2 here on the program, and Leroy will tickle his fancy coming on up. Go over the Week 8 slate. Yeah, it's been eight weeks already. Good God, This is flying by.
Midway point.
It is flying by. It is flying by.
They should move the trading deadline to later on, and I'm like, next week's week 9, so I think next week is the halfway point of the season.
Crazy, dude.
In fact, they actually made it earlier than it used to be, which is good.
Which is actually good.
If somebody makes a trade, you want to have at least half of your season, or maybe a lot of your season left.
I am going to be curious if Chris Grimm makes a deal, because he likes to make deals. I mean,
Who
like
make a deal for?
I don't know.
What position? Even if you bring in somebody, so say if you have the abilities to bring in an offensive lineman, like it's still the continuity of that thing takes time, and more than people will give it credit for. You just think you can add a stud offensive lineman and they just pick right up, but that's not the case. And a lot of times, you don't need to have the best offensive lineman to have a good offensive line.
Sandman says y'all see that Dalvin Cook wants out. Yeah, not surprised. Not surprised.
Right.
Damage is done, though. Told you, never wanted him.
There we go.
Yeah, I'm not even going to respond to that.
Don't respond.
I'm not going to respond to that.
That was something, though. We were on Dalvin Cook's social media watch all summer.
Probably, not we.
Yeah, we as a fan base. But I apologize to Raheem Mostert on behalf of the Miami Dolphins.
You are the worst.
I did not, dude. I can't wait for Achane to get back. That guy was amazing. I can't wait.
I mean, Mostert hasn't been terrible.
No. Mostert's great, but Devon Achane was like, dude, every time he touched the ball, I thought he was going to the house, which he kind of did. What did he average? 13 yards a carry in 3 games? It was amazing.
All right.
I can't wait to get him back. Woo. Fun. If he comes back.
Who's more important? Achane or the big ugly on the end of the line of scrimmage in
Armstead?
Armstead.
Big ugly.
Yeah, probably Armstead. Okay. Probably Armstead. But
it's getting cold now, guys. It's getting cold now. We're in the fall.
You gotta grind it out.
It's time to get those.
Well, he has another 2 weeks anyway, right?
That sounds about right.
Right.
Yeah, that sounds about
right.
He
should be back after the bye.
Christmas.
Yeah. After the bye, everybody think he can come back.
Christmas, we gonna open up the presents. It's gonna be a big ass left tackle.
That would be great. I think every team would love that.
I know.
Michael says, Pope Petty, don't lie. You wanted him.
Yeah, come on. Listen. We know. It's to the point now. We just let Tobin play his little game.
No. He got his money.
And wait, here's the worst part about all this. Every time you do it, I try to talk you out of it, right? And you call me no fun, no this, no that. I try to stop you from putting yourself out there like that. And then a month goes by, and then you come in. I wanted him. Really wanted
him. Nothing hits me like this. Damian Lillard hit me last night.
That was really. That 39 hit you.
That was really.
39 hit you.
Was it the fourth quarter, or was it throughout the game? It had to be that fourth.
Well, here's what happened. Vlad, he sent the text.
Oh man!
Before the fourth quarter.
I said it to him in the first quarter when he put his first assist to Giannis.
Right. And so by the time the fourth quarter came and Dame started doing Dame things, Tobin was lit. He was hot.
Stun Steve says, grow up, Peter Pan. Dame is a buck now. Yeah, you got to play him on Monday.
Yeah, but you know what happens? You know what's going to happen, Leroy, right?
He going to win, and then he's
going to win. Oh, we never wanted him. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go to Giannis.
Hey, Vlad, you got the look on your face? Let me tell you what his next words are. Hard to say.
It is hard to say, though. It is hard to say. It is hard to say. And it's not. It's not a lack of showing guts. The Heat are still going to beat the Milwaukee Bucks. Let me be clear about this. The Heat are still going to beat the Milwaukee Bucks. Okay. It's just, God, it would have been fun to have him on the team.
Oh, I can't. You know what?
Much fun.
Wait. Oh, I'm working with the morning show, so I can't wait to listen Tuesday morning to your show, because if Dame goes Dame and Kyle Lowry doesn't play well, oh man, Leroy, you know what's going to happen.
I just don't understand.
He's already taking a shot at Kyle right now for scoring 0 points in the first game.
Dude,
God forbid he gets destroyed.
It wasn't even him. It wasn't even him scoring 0 points. Like, I don't go out there expecting Kyle to give you 15, but it's like, dude, I watched him for 6 minutes give a ref the business for giving up one basket. And it's like, it feels half the time like he's putting more emphasis on gamesmanship to the refs than he is on actually scoring the next possession. Like, you know how
that's all you talked about.
I know, because it was a marvel to watch. But the thing is, like, you know how they say, have a quick memory, go to the next play. Not Kyle Lowry. Hey, Curtis, we're going to still talk about that play from 4 minutes ago.
You think, I really do believe that Kyle was trying to get everybody else going.
I don't know what he was doing, dude.
Because here's the deal. If Tyler just shoots a little bit better, we're not having this conversation.
Right? I think it's just more the collapse that
whole position, that whole position. Whoever played point guard, they weren't good. They weren't efficient. Let me put it that way. I'm not gonna say weren't good. Weren't efficient. And then they gave up the 19-point lead, and now you're starting to pay attention to every little detail, including Kyle Lowry not shooting. But before that, with the 19-point lead, it wasn't a big deal.
But like, if you're not, is that even non-efficient? That's just nothingness. It's like nothing. He didn't do anything. Maybe he would have had more assists if like the field goal percentage was better. I don't remember. Like, I wasn't tracking his passes, but I genuinely I don't remember him doing anything in the game other than messing with the referee.
He played 32 minutes, so evidently, and you know Spo must have liked what he was doing.
Yeah, but Spo's backup is Drew Smith. Exactly.
No, you can get away with playing other people at point guard. They do it all the time.
I understand. I get you. But the thing is like, the reason that they're going to do that is because those guys will actually shoot the ball or do something. He doesn't do anything. He didn't do anything out there.
I don't think Spo thought he wasn't doing anything.
Mm-hmm.
32 minutes is a lot of minutes for somebody who you think is not doing anything. So I'm wondering if, Spo was okay with what he did.
He's going to say he is, but that's just Spo. Spo doing Spo.
Why anybody who doesn't confirm what you think is Spo being Spo?
Because he's a marvel. He just he knows how to finagle things. Like, he used to say this about Hassan Whiteside. He goes, "Oh, the narrative, I don't like Hassan." That's just so unfair. It's not true.
That was a lie.
I'm like, come on.
There was nobody, no other player. You know how everybody used to yell at Rio? Well, Hassan Whiteside was Spo's Rio.
Matthews,
right?
Yeah.
Oh.
Matthews says, I thought that Low Dog was Tobin's guy. Look, I honestly feel this way. I feel, and you guys know I wasn't a big Lowry guy when he got here. I feel like I've been more fair on him than a lot of local people down here.
No, you haven't.
That's not true, Leroy. That's not true. That's not true. That's not true.
Right.
On Kyle Lowry?
I've been fair on Kyle Lowry. I'm like, you know what?
You call the man BBL.
Everybody does.
No. If Johnny jumps off a bridge, it's Tobin.
First of all, I'm out there. I'm boots on the ground, and I'm taking video of his warm up, and everybody, all they can comment is on his cheeks. Like, that's all they do. But I'm saying, like, this guy got here his first year, even with all the personal stuff that he did. He's had some really key spurts with the Heat, but we're here on this first game. No shots. What is that? And it's not like it's not like he was like, magic out there, just like, just kind of felt like he deferred and was just hanging.
Right. All right.
Anyway, I need at least 5 3-point attempts this game, Kyle, tonight.
Got it all figured out, huh?
Steve says, is that the first time you've actually admitted that you didn't want Lowry since he's been here?
No.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that I didn't want him here. What I said is that you guys know I wasn't the biggest Kyle Lowry fan before he got here. Everybody knows that. Everybody knows that. It's well documented. That's why Leroy tried to trap me at media day one time. And I had to distract him with golf.
Pulled out the katanas. Oh my God. That was the worst. Because look, they say, you guys want Kyle Lowry? I said, absolutely. As soon as he came in, we dapped up, whatever. And I say, how's your golf game or whatever? And Tobin just started asking golf questions. Man don't know nothing about golf. We talked for 20 minutes about golf. And then he asked him like 2 basketball questions and he was out. I'm like, look what you did.
But then the next year, we really bonded because he worked at the UFC facility. And so we got to talk fighting. So then,
did you rip that picture of him working out?
I did.
He did.
Okay.
Because he went to UFC and all he was doing was this.
That's not fair.
Really?
It's not fair. That's not fair.
Okay. Am I wrong?
He's in good shape.
I did not question his shape. You have. And I've always said a man don't play that long in the National Basketball Association, right?
Mm-hmm.
And not be in good shape. He don't play. And he had some stuff going on this first year he was here. And I'm like, man, y'all don't know what's going on with Kyle. I said, relax. That dude been in the league a long time. He's been in the long league being out this 16, 17 years being out of shape. You don't make it that long.
I get you, dude. But if you're going to come out here and you're going to say, and I didn't have a problem with this in camp with him saying, I expect you to be the point guard. But if you're going to do that and you're going to go on this revenge diet and you're going to get yourself thin and in great shape for the season, shoot the damn basketball once in a while. Not 10 times, but just give it a whirl. Coming from downtown, baby.
Doesn't he make it sound like the Heat lost?
Oh, he always makes it sound like the Heat lost. And they didn't.
Did you see Dame last night? We did lose.
Shout out to Game Boy 305. He says, Tobin loves UFC. Kyle Lowry loves KFC.
We'll take a quick break. Tickle Leroy's Fancy next.
I'm Chelsea Messenger, helping you beat the books with BetQL. The BetQL model isn't crazy about a side in this one, but it does love a player prop for a Bills wide receiver. While Stephon Diggs gets most of the attention, Gabe Davis is the player BetQL is on tonight. Davis averaged 68 yards per game at home. The BetQL 5-star play is to take the over for Gabe Davis receiving yards. I'm Chelsea Messenger. Bet smarter and beat the books with BetQL, and download the BetMGM app today.
Wendy's new breakfast 2 for $3 Biggie bundles let you create your own delicious combo. Choose from a sausage biscuit,
It is time, ladies and gentlemen, to tickle Leroy's fancy.
My fancy has already been tickled.
What do you got there?
Mima made some homemade chocolate chip cookies.
What is this, becoming a daily tradition for Mima?
Mima, look. Yeah, Monday, because Rebecca didn't have school. Was it Tuesday or Monday? Tuesday, she didn't have school. She made cinnamon rolls. I was out. I don't like cinnamon rolls.
What?
I don't like cinnamon rolls.
All right, dude.
I don't know what to tell you, dude.
Our people don't really like cinnamon rolls like that.
Too much action.
Okay,
Like, I don't like all that sugar
You don't
on
have
the
to
top.
defend your stance. It's fine.
So Mima, she say, I'll make you some cookie tomorrow.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Tickled your fancy.
Definitely. Leroy at
What's up?
1 o'clock. The New England Patriots visit the Miami Dolphins, who are 9.5-point favorites at home. Does this game tickle your fancy?
It does tickle my fancy. I don't like the big point spread.
Fancy is tickled.
But I do. My fancy is tickled. I want to see, 1, get back on track. 2, try to find, this is going to be a good test from this standpoint. This is what teams are going to try to do with you in the future, right? And so let's have a game plan so when you see it again, you have a counter to it. And let's get back on track running the football.
Coming up in Dallas, the Cowboys host the Rams. Dallas is a 6-point favorite. Take your fancy?
That's at 4?
1 o'clock.
1 p.m.
1 o'clock? No, I don't. You know,
Fancy, not tickled.
There's only 2 games I watch at the same time. Browns, and
Browns is at 4.
Browns at 4, so I don't have a problem.
There you go.
Coming up at 1 o'clock, Leroy, the fighting Kirk Cousins, the Minnesota Vikings venture to Lambeau Field for not quite the frozen tundra. It's 38 degrees there this weekend, but still at the tundra nonetheless. Minnesota v. Green Bay, with Minnesota being a 1.5-point road favorite. Tickle your fancy?
Yes, that's like Dolphins, Jets.
My
That's
fancy
like Browns,
tickled.
Steelers, Chicago, Green Bay, Minnesota, Green Bay is one of them games that you always, my fancy is always going to be tickled.
Also at 1 o'clock from Nash Vegas, the Tennessee Titans will have the NFL debut, or the first NFL start for Will Levis. And they are hosting the Atlanta Falcons,
who are leading the division.
At 4-3, they are 2.5-point road favorites. Does this game tickle your fancy?
No.
Fancy, not tickled.
I haven't bought into the the Atlanta Falcons, and I don't know what the hell's going on in
Dude, it's
Vegas.
Desmond Ridder versus Will Levis.
No, and wait, the Falcons play Tennessee?
In Tennessee, yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Desmond Ridder versus Will Levis.
that's all you need to know. Levis. Wow.
Levis.
1 o'clock, your childhood team, the New Orleans Saints, they are visiting the Indianapolis Colts at 1 o'clock. New Orleans is a 1-point road favorite. Both teams 3-4 on the year.
Wow, that's crazy. I don't know if the Saints are better than.
Is Derek Carr better than Gardner Minshew? If it's taking you that long to answer that question, that means no. So therefore, it's a pick 'em.
I mean, yeah, I think the Saints have more weapons, but I mean, let me ask you this: Are you more confident in Derek Carr or Kirk Cousins? Because for some reason, Derek Carr gets more of a pass than Kirk Cousins, and Kirk Cousins has been better.
I think I'd pick Kirk Cousins at this point.
Yeah.
There's a reason why.
Why?
You've seen Kirk Cousins more times on TV than you have Derek Carr. Raiders
Right, we
run
never see
national
Derek Carr,
TV.
right? Never.
Right.
Right.
Unless they're doing very well, you never see the Raiders on television.
Right. Got you.
Let's see. Derek Carr. He's 1,600 yards, 6 touchdowns, 4 picks so far this season. Anyway, so no tickling of the fancy in this game?
No,
All right.
no.
Fancy not tickled.
The Battle of New Jersey. The New York Jets take on the New York Giants in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The Jets are technically 3-point road favorites, even though it's their building too.
Which is crazy because I think they're going to destroy Daniel Jones. This might be it for Daniel Jones.
If he play, he's not playing.
If he plays.
But here's the thing. The last 4 times Tyrod Taylor has faced the New York Jets,
he's won.
He's lost and been hurt.
Oh, okay.
The last 4 times he's been injured. Buffalo, Cleveland. That's how Baker Mayfield got his job. We injured him last season as a Giant, and we injured him this season when he was in the Snoopy Bowl.
So
yeah,
it's 4-1. 4 the Jets have hurt him, and 1 the doctor from
the Chargers have hurt him.
The Chargers.
Daniel Jones, according to Brian Dayball, he's still a status quo. Hasn't been cleared for contact. Limited participant, in yesterday's practice. So we will see.
There's just certain defense you don't want to put somebody who's coming back from an injury against, and one of those defenses is the Jets.
The Jets are right. Like they're up front. They're one of the best. So,
my fancy.
Not interested. Even though, did I pick the Jets? I think I might have picked the Jets.
I think you did pick the Jets. Yes, that is one of your picks.
Yes.
All right. The Jacksonville Jaguars. They are visiting the Pittsburgh Steelers and are 2.5-point road favorites, Leroy. Does this game tickle your fancy? Yep. Does this game tickle your fancy?
Let me tell you something. I don't know what football they watching, but the football I'm watching says Pittsburgh is going to be Pittsburgh every year. And I don't have that much faith in Jacksonville. My fancy's not tickled, but I am intrigued by how Jacksonville is a favorite against.
It's easy, Leroy. They're a division winner, and they're a division leader. And have you seen the Pittsburgh Steelers play offense? They're trying to fire their offense.
They still winning games, though.
Right. So this is why Jaguars you should put all the money on Pittsburgh, since they're a home underdog and they're 4-2.
Right. The Jaguars have won 4 straight, including 2 in London. So,
but they barely beat New Orleans. New Orleans should have won.
Barely beat New Orleans. They handled the Colts. They beat the Bills, and they throttled the Falcons.
Which is crazy because a lot of people are looking up at the Falcons.
Their only embarrassing loss. Yeah, their embarrassing loss was to Houston. It's not terrible.
Houston's not bad.
Not terrible. And then they lost to the Chiefs. So Jacksonville's doing it.
Look, Houston, if Houston were in the same division with the Saints, they'd be leading that division.
I mean,
or as the Falcons.
Either South Division in both conferences stink.
Yeah.
Coming up at 1:00, the Philadelphia Eagles at 6-1 are taking on the Washington Commanders. Another game you have, Leroy. The line yesterday, you got it at 6.5. The line has been pushed up to 7 since then. But does this game tickle your fancy, Leroy?
No, not really. It's not one. One of the reasons why I picked it is because I don't have to look at it to know what's up. Right. Like Washington. Is there another franchise that you just have no idea where they are in?
I know Magic Johnson's fed up.
I mean, yeah,
he's got hotter takes in the NFL than he does in the NBA.
Especially the Lakers. He ain't gonna never.
1:00, Leroy. The aforementioned Houston Texans.
Mm-hmm.
They are. Is that what aforementioned means?
Yes. Yes.
They were taking on the winless Carolina Panthers. I've never used it before. The winless Carolina Panthers. 0-6. Houston is a 3-point road favorite.
No, but this might be a game
Fancy not tickled
that Carolina wins.
This might be the only game Carolina has a chance of winning. And if they don't trade out Adam Thielen.
Oh, they are primed for some trade deadline action.
I mean, there might be a lot of action this offseason, this trade deadline.
Could be.
A lot of guys talking about Derrick Henry.
Here's the thing, Leroy.
What?
The NFL has done what the NBA they follow the NBA path. They want so much parity that teams that should be dumping guys, they're like, we're only a game or two out from a wild card spot. Maybe we shouldn't let that guy go.
Also, it's a big thing. People like trades. Like it's never been that big a thing in the NFL, but it's gotten bigger over the last few years with blockbuster trades, and people like that. It's good for business.
Well, here's the cool thing: what separates the NFL? Draft day trades, right? Draft day trades. You watch the draft for all of the action, the side action on the draft, right? That's the thing that separates the Heat. I mean, separates the NFL from all the other sports. Because when basketball trades, you still got to put on the hat of the team that drafted you, even though you ain't gonna spend a second there.
Coming up at 4:05. I got a feeling I know how you're gonna lean on this one. The 4-2. Cleveland Browns visit the Pacific Northwest and take on the Seattle Seahawks. Seattle is a 3.5-point favorite. Take your fancy?
Yeah, it does. I can see it. Deshaun Watson probably won't.
My fancy is tickled.
So we got another PJ Walker. And the thing about PJ Walker, he makes a lot of good decisions as to where to throw the ball, but the ball doesn't get there. Right? Like he's bounced the ball to a couple of open guys. So be interested to see. I think Jerome Ford might be out also.
I think I actually just saw that. I just saw Mary Kay have the Cleveland update. I don't know if I know your left tackle.
Ford is out. Ford is going to win the IR. So they're going to be using the Kareem Hunt.
So now it's Kareem Hunt.
And another player.
And Kareem Hunt didn't practice yesterday. He was banged up. So
says she just tweeted out. She said Jerome Ford is questionable.
Oh, really?
Yep.
All right. Vlad, what the hell are you talking about?
Yesterday he was heading to the IR. That's what I saw on the NFL Network.
I just saw
he made a left instead of a right. IR this way. He's going this way. Yeah, I got it.
Just so I'm not fake Googling, so you guys know.
Yeah. Why would you fake Google about the health of a running back for the Cleveland Browns?
I just happened to see that. I knew like the left tackle Jed Willis is also questionable.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm interested to see it. Like, because to be honest with you, we all know how that quarterback feels about a rush. And the Browns bring the heat.
It's a giant.
So it'll be interesting to see what Geno Smith got in store for us on camera this week. Because Myles Garrett is a man.
Oh, he was a killer.
Oh.
He was a killer. 4:25, Leroy. The Kansas City Chiefs visit Mile High, if they even call it that anymore, and take on the Denver Broncos. They are a road touchdown favorite, the Kansas City Chiefs. Take your fancy?
Not interested one bit. I don't want to watch another second of Denver Broncos primetime football.
It's not.
I'm tired.
I'm tired.
I'm tired of it.
Is that the Romo game? Probably. Who, Jim? I saw that he rented out a Waffle House, Russell Wilson, for his wife, Ciara.
Oh, really? What, he's trying to copy what Travis Kelce did with
I guess so.
With Taylor?
He's trying to get some celeb buzz going into this game.
Celebrity couple buzz back.
If he wants some celeb buzz, how about you throw a couple of more touchdowns and fewer interceptions?
How about you just win? Win?
Right.
And the aforementioned Jerome Ford. Yes, Leroy, it is a 180. Because out of nowhere, he came back to practice on Friday.
Crazy.
Adam Schefter had said that he was not going. It wasn't NFL Network, ESPN. Adam Schefter had said that he had left with a low-grade high ankle sprain, and it was expected to sideline him for 1 to 2 weeks. But now that he's back in practice,
how about that?
He has a chance to
tough.
Quick healer.
Jerome Baker, that's tough. He's tough.
And Lisbury.
Jerome Ford, he's tough. The Baltimore Ravens visit the Arizona Cardinals. You have this game. Baltimore's a 9.5-point road favorite. Tickle fancy?
Yeah, and I'm terrified because
my fancy is
I don't
Tickle.
like taking big point spreads because when you get up 2 touchdowns and it get to the end of the game, who cares if you give up a touchdown, right?
Yep.
You just hate when it's 13 points and they're driving to try to do the onside kick, so they're going to get the backdoor touchdown.
The Bucs should have hit that Hail Mary yesterday, dude. That if
they covered, though.
I know they covered, but Godwin, if he just turned around a little earlier, it literally would have fallen right into his arms.
You just wanted that win just to rip Buffalo. That's it.
So good. I needed it. My petty night was ruined.
I mean, when you look at all the numbers, that Josh Allen and that team put up,
yep,
and they could have lost on the last play. That's weird, isn't it?
It is a little weird.
Like
425, Joe Burrow takes on the 49ers. We, of course, don't know the status yet of Brock Purdy, who is in concussion protocol. But the 49ers still 4-point favorites at home, even at the quarterback in question, Leroy. Take your fancy?
That's a tough one with all the – I will say this. Cincinnati is on that turnaround. They do it every year.
Yep.
Right?
They're the anti-Bills.
And they've been looking pretty good as of late. But I don't know how I feel about San Francisco, who
Debo's still out.
Less than 3 weeks ago was like the best team in the NFL. And now you're like,
Can you see them losing 3 in a row going to a bye?
No, I can't.
But can you see them winning with Sam Darnold?
But I don't know what it is about Cincinnati. This is right when they go on that 5-6 game run.
Who has Cincinnati? Or somebody have San Francisco? Oh, J-Fig has San Francisco. All right. Two more. Sunday night.
Oh, yeah.
Sunday Night Football. The Bears take on the Chargers. Both of these teams, not great. Bears 2-5. All right, let's move on. Fancy, not tickled. And finally, Leroy, Monday Night Football. The Vegas Raiders visit the Detroit Lions.
Yeah.
Take your fancy? Yeah, that's a good game.
I like Smash Mouth. Detroit, they got a little red ass on them. They're probably doing some Oklahoma drills this week.
Oh, yeah. Get them right.
Oh, yeah.
That is Tickle My Fancy. Final hour of the show comes up next.
W.
All right, welcome back, you rascals. Tobin and Leroy here with you. Final hour of the show here on a Friday. Played a little "You're Dead to Me" this hour. Let us get to some headlines brought to you by the new Palmetto Ford Truck Super Center. Why buy your truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford.
We know trucks, and we did not play "You're Dead to Me."
I said we're going to play "You're Dead to Me."
Oh, are we? On a Friday?
We always play it on Friday.
Do we? All right,
You okay? You all right, man?
I'm all right.
We literally always do it in the last hour on a Friday.
Okay.
Come on, Leroy.
Do you think it's there? Oh, hello,
Hey,
Jennifer. Your volume works.
Let me tell you guys.
It was your fault.
No. I don't know what's going on, but I'm using 3 screens currently.
Well, do you know which one turns on your mic?
Yeah.
Now you do.
No, I normally use 2 screens at home. So
Well, why the extra screen?
because for some reason the one I was using before just doesn't want to work with my microphone today. So that's nice.
Interesting. All right, so here we got for headlines. We got some injuries updates from Mike McDaniel. First off, Tyreek Hill, he believes he will play. Mike McDaniel says that. So that's good news. He expects Tyreek Hill to play.
Yes.
He
But
says
Tyreek said he expected him to play 2 days ago. So no
yes.
secret. No.
He says on Connor Williams,
All right,
quote,
here we go.
my gut tells me he'll be active. Not certain if he'll start.
Okay. Listen. He's either playing or he's not.
Right.
The linemen don't come off the damn bench.
Yeah.
Right. We ain't got play restrictions on offensive linemen.
He's not the Jamal Crawford of centers.
Right. So if that's the case, then he it almost seems like he may be out.
Or he's starting and he's just trying to keep gamesmanship up. I don't know.
Gamesmanship.
Yeah, gamesmanship.
You don't do gamesmanship with Liam Eichenberg. Okay? You don't play that game.
False sense of security for the Pats.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. How about us? What about our feelings?
It's true.
What about
Fair
our
point.
feelings?
He said on Jalen Ramsey and Xavien Howard, he goes, I would love to have them both. I'm prepared for either scenario. I don't have a clue if they're going to play or not. Liar! He knows. He knows if they're playing or not.
He was way too confident with that one, right?
Liar! Just tell me they're playing. I know you know, Mike McDaniel. What's going to happen on a Friday walkthrough that's going to change that? Are they going to trip over a Gatorade bottle? Like, what's going to happen? Tell me if they're playing.
So I need to bring a sweatshirt tomorrow, right?
I would say, yeah. I would say that's especially being that close to the ice. I don't think that's a bad idea.
So when I went the other day, I have never been one to put on a sweater in there like that. You should.
You should, especially if you're 5 rows off the ice.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
you might get some Zamboni remnants.
No, there's glass up, you idiot. What? Why does it feel like we're gonna get hit with a snow cone maker? Right?
Yes.
What are you doing?
Meanwhile, the Heat, they'll be back on the hardwood tonight. 7:30 is your tip from TD Garden. No J. Rich or Haywood Highsmith again. They remain out. 7:30 is your tip. 6:15 is your
Come on! Not
Miss-
a turtleneck. He says
Yeah.
he pictures me as being a turtleneck kind of guy.
I can see it.
I can see it.
I can see it back in the late 80s, 90s. You rocking turtlenecks.
Oh, in Cleveland,
Oh yeah.
I wear the sport jacket with the turtleneck.
Did you ever wear a turtleneck under your jersey?
That's why he sees you like that.
No, they have the short ones. They don't have the all the way.
You didn't have one of those like hood, like those undershirts that was hoods that like went all the way over your head.
No, we had the face thing though. You pull it down and then fold it up. Yeah, so you could keep your warm air in.
What's the most stuff you've worn for a game?
Okay, so I remember when I was playing with the Browns. We played, I want to say it was either in Buffalo or in Pittsburgh. It was cold. And I had gone from having like 25 carries and 100 plus yards to 3 carries the following week.
Belichick.
And I'm like, I ain't playing this game. I ain't gonna be out there with my bare arms and then get 3 carries. So I wore like I didn't have a long shirt on, but I put the neoprene on my elbows, right? And then I had some wristbands, so everything was covered up. I said, just in case. And then I end up playing a lot, so I had to take it off.
Wait, you didn't wear no long sleeve?
No, dude.
Never?
No, never. You
So
can't wear long sleeves.
Were they
as a
all
running back.
ashy?
Huh?
In that cold, you were just all ashy
Dude,
arms?
let me tell you something. Let me tell you the trick to that. All right? Multi-purpose. Before the game, on the real cold games, here's what you do. You cover all your pores in Vaseline, right? You use it like lotion. You know, black folks do that anyway. So we used to it. And you cover it up. Clogs up your pores, keeps the heat in. See? So, and then
It's like
you
a
have
manatee.
some traction because your skin isn't all dried up, it don't slip. The ball don't slip on you. So, yeah.
I remember us having this debate about you telling us that Vaseline made stuff sticky. I didn't believe you.
No. What I tell you is the thing that hurts in the cold is dryness. Okay. So if you moisten, you know how when people's hands are dry, they spit in their hands.
Yeah.
So basically, we would take some Vaseline, and you rub it, and it keeps your hands moist, so you can get that moisture on the football. It's not sticky, but it provides moisture so that you can catch the ball.
Dade South says that Leroy had 2 space heaters under his pads. He could fit them.
Hey, let me tell you, I did burn a pair of shoes because
How?
we used to have.
You
Here's what you know those benches, like you see the white benches where they
With
have the
the-
little holes and people would take their. Well, first of all, you can get almost lightheaded if you sit on them too much because it's just pumping that air with that like jet fuel looking thing at the end. But that air smells like jet fuel, right? So it's blowing. And then when it gets really cold, you go put your feet on it. And one time I put my feet so close because I couldn't feel my feet. I just wanted to get them warmed up so I could go back in, and I burnt the toe of my shoe off. That's how cold it was that I didn't realize that I set my shoe on fire.
Jeez.
So you playing with a burnt shoe?
No, they went and got me some new shoes.
Beauty of an equipment manager.
Yeah. Dude, I'm telling you, there's been games where it was so cold, like, and you get in the huddle, and like, you know, all these manly, strong guys, right? You know, trying to be tough. Nobody got on sleeves, and you'll look across the huddle, and somebody just have like a tear falling down their eye. And you know, because it could be you. You say, you got your toe stepped on, huh? You say, yes. It hurts. Dude, it hurts so bad to get something smashed or stepped on. Oh, it was brutal.
Take a quick break here on the show. Back with more after this.
WQAM broadcasting live from the Ed Moore Sawgrass
All right, welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you. Hey, coming up next week, Stars and Strings. A great night of country music is coming to Hard Rock Live. If you guys want to win tickets to that, text the word guitar to 20357. Text guitar to 20357. And if you guys want to purchase tickets, starsandstrings.com. Check that on out. Miami Heat take on the Celtics tonight. Tip-off is set for 7:30. Ah, man, I need a good performance tonight, dude. I need a good performance tonight. I need to get that.
First of all, the second this show is over,
yep,
officially begins your birthday weekend.
Yeah.
You can't even think about it.
Stop.
Think about Jason Aldean.
Right.
I don't understand what you got. Like, first of all, I never understand this. You feel like I can't compartmentalize. I'll be fine. There's no reason for me to ignore the Heat. I don't want to ignore the season.
Okay.
I want them to
ask
kick
you
the
to ignore
Celtics'
the
ass.
See, here we go. I love
He's
when
not.
you make a
He's not
point.
asking you to
I
do
love
that.
when people make a point and they try to over-exaggerate the point to make it sound like we're being unrealistic.
You
I'm
are.
asking you to leave the Heat alone for 3 nights.
Why?
Because I want you to enjoy
He
your
wants you to
birthday.
enjoy your birthday. Yes.
Okay, but like if they win, I'm gonna miss feel good on my birthday.
No, you're not. That's what your wife is for.
What?
You're gonna be hanging out with her. You're going to a concert with her. You're gonna go have dinner with her and your family. That's your feel good for the weekend.
She doesn't have the footwork of Jaquez.
You, my boy, or an idiot.
-1 success.
Yo, bro, I hope she's.
I have no words for you right now.
I can't even. I try to throw a rope for my boy, but that's one you're gonna hang yourself on that
This
one,
is
boy.
what. If that's said at a party, this is what everybody do.
That's when they go, oh, I'm about to get a drink. Yeah, would you like one? Hey, why don't you come with me? Oh, I'm gonna use the bathroom right now. You know, all of a sudden,
Hey, what's wrong with you?
and she's gonna give you that look. Oh, she's gonna give you that look.
Oh, yeah. What are you doing?
What?
You're not gonna get no loving this weekend.
Of course I will.
That comment.
She does. She barely knows what I do for a living. It's not a big deal.
You know what?
She'll be like, "What is Twitch?"
This what sucks doing radio, right? Because people think all you do is run your mouth. That's easy. So all the honeydews, all the go, I need this or do that. People think all he do is talk for 4 hours. He should be able to handle all this. Go get Rebecca. Go do this. Blah blah blah. I'm like, okay.
Wait, your wife is Cuban, right?
Hmm?
Yes.
And you saying she doesn't have footwork?
I mean, Jaquez is Mexican.
Tobin, please stop.
The Latin culture have feet work, man.
Yeah, no.
That's what they do. And you just said your wife doesn't have
First
it.
of all,
I didn't say that she. I didn't say she doesn't have it.
Oh, she doesn't have as quality
She
footwork.
doesn't
There
have
goes the
Jaquez
wiggle.
footwork.
There goes the wiggle.
It's not wiggle room. Let's just say facts of what I said.
Hold on. First of all, as an intangible, you shouldn't be questioning nobody's footwork.
That is true. That is true.
I didn't question it.
You just want her to have. You just want your wife to have good footwork like Jaime.
I didn't say she didn't have good footwork. She doesn't have elite footwork like Jaime.
She's not in the NBA either.
Exactly.
She's the mother of your children.
Hmm?
That should be. That
NBA
should have.
makes me a lot happier.
I mean,
It should be like my wife's footwork is on. Point.
It's impeccable, isn't it, Leroy? It's impeccable.
Yeah, impeccable.
Nothing
there you go.
compares.
You see, Leroy knows what to say. You just said your wife's footwork is not as good.
And you know what his
as a
explanation is?
6'7"
She doesn't
forward.
listen. She doesn't listen.
I said what I said.
And you're gonna stand on it.
I mean, when I see her move like that in the post, we could talk.
Really? She gonna post your ass up. You better be careful.
Be careful. You're at home. You're at home right now.
Hey. You're asking for it. And then I don't want
Go straight to the stupid.
next time we go together, I don't want to give me the stink eye like I did it. That's what happens. People blame it all on me.
But no, I look, I will. Obviously, I'll be busy tonight, so I won't be like in tune as much with the game.
No, you're gonna enjoy your weekend. Man.
I will. Then tomorrow,
no, you're not. You can't enjoy it if the Heat are down 15
You
and
barely
you at a
enjoyed
concert.
yesterday.
I know you.
That's gutless, though. They're not going to be down 15. I know they're the biggest underdog on the board tonight against the Celtics, which is kind of stupid if you think about it. They kick ass in that building. Jimmy owns the TD Garden. I mean, Porzingis. It's mother bleeping 2023. I'm not gonna sit here fearing Kristaps Porzingis. Get the hell out of here. Latvian Brook Lopez, get out of here, dude. Hit the bricks. That guy mattered like 10 years ago.
You know what he's doing? He's backing himself into a corner.
Absolutely.
Where no way he cannot watch this game.
No, I'll be fine. I'm just letting you. And Drew Holiday, you think Drew Holiday's still under the covers today because he realized, Jimmy Butler's coming. Jimmy Butler?
You are something else.
Jalen Brown, I mean, forget it. Spo lives rent-free in that guy's head. He knows exactly. He's like, oh, crap, Spo's defense. Oh, no. And Missoula. Get out of here. The Bucks game I might be nervous about. This one, you show me, Celtics. Prove to me I should be nervous. You bums.
That's the old reverse,
This man's
reverse aggression.
He's about to celebrate another lap around the sun.
Yep.
And he gives a damn about the second game. The second
road trip. Did you not?
Not even. He cares about the first game of a 3-game road trip, the second game of a whole entire season.
Yeah.
He has more concern for this than his
loving,
adoring wife.
Yeah, wait. You know what he's gonna do? Let me tell you what the fraud is gonna do. Let me tell you what the fraud's gonna do right now. He gonna post about 5 or 6 pictures. Him and his wife enjoying the concert. See, I'm having a good time.
And then the last pick.
No, but then he gonna be looking down at his phone.
Oh no, that's what it is. It's gonna be 6 picks. You ready for it?
What's the big deal?
First pick, him and his wife going to the concert.
Yep.
Second pick, first act. Third pick, maybe an intermission, another smiling picture. They have a drink in their hand.
He has to have the drink in the hand. Yeah.
Yeah. Co-feature. Fifth pick, Jason Aldean. Sixth pick, and the Heat won. There's gonna be a big shot, and the Heat won. Great birthday. You know that's gonna happen.
Yeah.
All of this. 5 picks of him having 5 picks of his wife having a great time, showing a night out with them, and the 6th pick is gonna be like a snapshot of maybe an ESPN or Yahoo Celtics.
Why does your wife never bring her phone?
Heat 114, and
she's enjoying your time.
She brings her phone.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Then you don't need yours.
Why?
Because she has her phone.
Why are you guys trying to ban me from knowing what happens in the Heat game?
Why you can know, but because we know you overdo it.
I don't
want you to
overdo it.
enjoy your birthday. That's all this is about.
And if I miss the Celtics ass kicking, why would I not? You guys are trying to take away good for my birthday.
You know what though, Tobin? Guess what? You know the game is replayed on Bally, so you can actually watch it again. You cannot replay this concert.
Right.
Big Green Tractor. I know what his songs. And when he says,
you cannot do this again with your wife. You don't have this moment.
Be present.
Be present at the moment. This is a second of 84.
I am being present.
There's 84 games of these.
You're watching a game while there's a concert right in front of you. You're not being present.
Is it outside?
Right now, yelling. If
Yes,
Tyler
Is it outside on the grass where y'all had the pink lemonade?
Yes,
we have shout out to TC from Kiss Country. We actually have under pavilion seats. We have nice.
Nice seats, and you're gonna be watching the Heat game.
It's a little baby.
Which makes the point.
I know what his songs sound like. I could take you for a ride on my big green tractor.
And you know,
is that even a song?
Every pick and roll that the Heat have run for the last 5 years.
I'm like, big green. The Heat are taking on the Celtics right now. Let's see what the score is. Tyler Hero has 24. Anyway, I could take it slow or make it go faster. Like Bam Adebayo down the court. Oh, look at that.
You ready to see that, Leroy? You see this?
I know it's coming.
Words from the song.
I know it's coming. Because you know what I'm going to do at about 9 o'clock? I'm gonna send him a text. It's killing you that you haven't commented on this game yet, isn't it? Right? Because I know him. You can't trust him. He
But she can't get mad at me because it's my birthday,
bro. If I see
your
you
birth,
dressed up
what
in your office,
wait,
later on
wait.
tonight, and
Let
you're
me
doing
explain
a
something to you.
Celtics review, a
You
post-game
telling me
report?
D is not gonna be mad if y'all at the concert and she done got all dressed up for this concert
Mhm.
and ready, and y'all done probably had some drinks or whatever.
Yep.
And you looking down at your phone for the scores, basketball scores. That ain't going.
Well, here's what I do is what I do is I'll trick her because I'll be like, hey, let's take a selfie. You know, a little selfie video of us singing Amarillo Sky, right? Amarillo Sky. I got the selfie. I'm like, all right. And she goes, what are you doing? I'm like, oh, I'm just posting that video. But I'm watching Eric Reed and John Crotty call the game.
Have you ever earbudded somebody?
Earbudded?
Yeah. Like
No.
I've gone to Dolphins games or have gone to Browns games, and I put the earbud in one ear and listen to the other game.
Yeah.
Like listen to the opposite game. So I'm like, but
that seems like I'm going to be pretty close to the stage, so I feel like that's going to be like we'll be able to hear.
Wait. So now you got wait. Let's correct this. He doesn't just have concert tickets. Premium concert tickets.
It's the
and
better-
your main concern is what the Heat score is?
Not main concern. It's just keeping tabs. I'll be on the couch though. I'm gonna be focused in on that Wolves game tomorrow. Bet your ass. I got two things I'm doing tomorrow on the actual B day. All right. I'm gonna be watching Tyson Fury, Francis Ngannou. All right. I'm gonna get me some hibachi. Heat Wolves. Not about to lose to Grandma Arms on my birthday.
I mean, how about this? Tyson Fury got grandma arms.
Oh my God, he's
so scary, right?
Yeah. Anyway, we'll close things out. You're dead to me is next.
You're dead to me.
All right. Welcome back. Tobin and Leroy. Take you up until 2. Missed today's show. You get the Tobin and Leroy podcast available for you on all podcast platforms.
Mr. Fraud.
What did I do?
It's not what you've done. It's what you're gonna do.
Well,
Don't mess up your birthday weekend.
I'll go first for You Dead to Me. And Bucks games. I mean, like, ruined my night. I was supposed to have a petty party. And this damn Damian Lillard remains amazing. And I couldn't even enjoy the Sixers losing and having controversy of them not allowing the player on their plane. I should have enjoyed that. Should have been laughing at him yesterday. And I can't because this mother bleeping Dame time is hitting every shot known to man. And unless they're playing the Heat, I don't know if I can take anymore. So Bucks games that don't involve the Heat, you're dead to me. Hurts too bad. Leroy?
You're dead to me.
So we've already talked about what the false narrative on tour, right? And I pretty much have grown extremely tired of it because it's not true. And I think people should use facts a little bit more. But it's taken a step further. Because now they're talking about the Dolphins haven't beat anybody, although they have beat 5 NFL teams. You can say that. Okay? You can say that. Who have the Bills beat? Why are we praising them so much? So your record is what it is. You don't set the schedule. And I'm getting tired of people trying to pick the schedule apart to pick the record apart. Right? You see what I'm saying? All you phonies are dead to me. Because when the season started, before the season started, what was everybody saying about the Dolphins? Whew, if they could just get out of these first 6 weeks 3-3, it's going to be tough. Right?
Yep.
And now they're 5-2, and we're complaining about, they haven't played anybody. Well, they were somebody before the season started. So I'm just tired of this false narrative of what record looks better than the other one or whatever. What are the Bills? 4-3?
5-3.
5-3.
5-3. The Dolphins are 5-2. They win this week, they'll be 6-2. So how can you talk about the record of the Dolphins, see what the Bills have done, right? And not give them the same crap.
So who exactly is dead to you? Just haters?
No. All the media, we hear it every day. Turn on Jet Up, turn on ESPN, turn on Fox or whatever. Everybody has taken the Dolphins record, picked it apart, right?
Yeah, they've treated them
right.
They've treated them like a Big East team or something like that.
Right. I'm just so tired of it. Like they play Maction, right? They're 6-0, but it's Maction. They're not in the SEC. They're not in the Big Ten.
J-Fig, who's dead to you?
Honestly, I can't even tell. I'm going to blame technology for everything. It's either this microphone or this computer. They're dead to me. Wow. They upset my Friday.
You're dead to me.
Vlad?
That wasn't a great start.
Who's that to you?
Dwight Howard.
Oh, okay.
Stop lying.
Is he lying?
Listen, man. Whatever you do in the privacy of your own home, that's what you do. But just don't lie. When there's evidence that proves that you're a switch hitter, it's okay. It's okay. Just don't lie and try to deny it. That's what it is. Because then everybody's going to look at you where, like, okay, we know what, we know your preferences. It's okay. We accept you. It's okay in today's society.
We can't accept you unless you accept you.
That's basically it. If you're not accepting yourself, how can we accept you?
Robbie's saying that if you say the Dolphins, who have the Bills beat this year, you're saying the Dolphins are a bad team. He thinks you boxed yourself in, Leroy.
No, I didn't box myself in. I'm just saying, look at how they treat the schedules. Like they're like, the Bills, they're back in form, right?
But Leroy, we live in a week by week NFL basis. Come on now.
I know.
Last week the Dolphins stink. Dolphins put 50 on the Patriots. Can anybody stop this Dolphins offense when it's on track? When Devon Achan is back.
Hey, they were saying that about the Browns defense, and then they gave up 38.
Right.
Like, what do you make of that? Like,
Dolphins win 45-10. All the Dolphins are Super Bowl contender. Now that Jalen Ramsey has returned. Come on, that's what's gonna happen. They need something to sell.
I know, I get you. Still don't mean they ain't dead to me.
Man, I'm like, I can't wait for tomorrow. Tyson Fury versus Francis Ngannou. It's gonna be fun.
Listen, please enjoy your weekend. Enjoy the concert tonight, and don't send us no text.
Is that what this really is about? If you don't want me to bother you, I won't bother you.
No, because it has nothing to do with that. We know we go back and forth all weekend, every day, damn near, right?
Mm-hmm.
But we want you to enjoy. We want you to spend time with your beautiful wife and your family, and we want you to enjoy your weekend.
Kind of sounds like you don't want me to bother you.
Turning, Tobin? How old are you?
37.
Toby, you don't turn. You don't get a chance to be 37 again. You know that, right?
I know.
You don't celebrate this 37th birthday again.
Man.
You'll see another Heat Celtics game in TD Garden. You will.
I got to tell you, I was 37 a long time ago. Put it this way:
When you went to class with Carl Weathers,
I've been working at the station since I was 35. I want to say.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah. Some people came through that building and didn't even know who I was.
There's probably people that don't even know you were a football player and just think you were just a radio.
No, I asked one of the salespeople, who's the most accomplished athlete you have in the building? And they said Channing Crowder.
That's a good. Who's more accomplished, Channing or Leroy? It's got to be Leroy, right?
Go look at his football reference.
It's got to be.
He has one pick, and I have 60 touchdowns. 60.
Leroy's more accomplished than Joe.
What? Yes.
I mean, Joe's his only claim to fame is catching Marino's first touchdown.
And of all of us, only one of us has been to a Pro Bowl.
Or a championship. Well, no, both of you guys been to championship games, right?
Yeah.
NFC and
Joe been to an AFC championship.
Yes. Okay.
I went to an NFC championship and was
I think
favored by
Channing
11.
Was Channing part of the damn it, it's another touchdown? Jacksonville and Miami?
Ooh, no, that was before him, I think.
That was before him? Okay.
Yeah.
So he must have been there when they beat the they lost to the Ravens. I think that's his only play.
He's never experienced a playoff win.
Never had a playoff win.
Yeah.
Just a playoff loss.
Yeah. I spent
Did have a great brawl against Matt Light, though.
Yeah. I only had 3 losing seasons in my career. All with the Browns. No, let me take that back. 4. Playoff, 4.
All with the Browns?
Yeah.
Of course.
All with the Browns. And then
I'm still not the most accomplished.
Still not.
Tobin, what would make your birthday weekend very enjoyable?
No.
Other than
the
besides a Heat victory.
Nothing
Heat related.
Nothing sports related.
Nothing sports related?
Cause like you gotta man, you're supposed to be spending time with your family, right?
I do spend time with my family. They're good.
No, but it's birthday. Listen, you'll learn as you get older, these holidays aren't for you. I don't care if it's your birthday or your Valentine's Day. It's for everybody else to show their daddy some love.
Yeah, well,
and you gotta allow that to happen.
I'm not an idiot.
You're watching sports and being a curmudgeon. How are they gonna be able to express their love for you?
I don't know, but if it was Valentine's Day, I wouldn't be an idiot. It's my birthday. I should be allowed to do what I want.
In theory, yes, but in reality, hell no. I tried that, dude. What the hell's wrong with you? That don't work. They say what you want. What you want for your birthday? P and Q, peace and quiet. I say if you see me and I'm looking like I'm watching TV and dozing off, leave me alone.
I want PDQ.
I know. PDQ, not a fan.
It's pretty good.
Too
It's
much
pretty
skin
good.
on they chicken strips or whatever.
I just did it for the close joke. I'm actually not the biggest fan of it either.
So you're gonna go eat before the concert? Or you just gonna eat at home and then get your drink on? You don't know.
I don't know. I haven't thought about it. Probably just get my drink on.
He doesn't have the game plan.
Ugh, you're the worst, dude. Like you, like
not like you. I don't have a whole itinerary.
I don't have an itinerary either, but I like to know.
Sounds like you.
No. Here's why. Here's why I do that. I always get an itinerary for the holidays so we don't bump heads and people make other plans. Right? There's a lot of people here, and now you got Fonz, who's older. Rebecca's older. They sometimes have ideas what they want to do for mommy or daddy or whatever.
We're doing that tomorrow. We're doing hibachi.
That sounds like your favorite.
We all love it. Who doesn't love hibachi? Now, I do want it done before tip-off.
Wait, let me ask you this. Is your family going to spend any time with you on your birthday? What time are you watching the Nagano Fury fight? Because that's
He
at 2
fits them
p.m.
into his schedule.
No,
Good point.
I know
Sounds
that,
like
J-Fake, but listen.
Do
to
you
the
have
story.
reservations?
Listen,
or you just show up.
This place doesn't take reservations.
The big fight is going to probably start at 4 p.m., which will be in the middle of the Canes Virginia game, which is right before the Heat.
Good point,
Wolves
Vlad.
game.
Good point. Breakfast at hibachi.
And we're not including
gonna do breakfast hibachi.
Yeah,
and we're not including that the Panthers are playing the Kraken at American Bank State
At 6,
Center.
early start.
At 6. So everything falls right in the hibachi hour.
Sounds like we're going to hibachi on Sunday after the Dolphins game.
You see what I mean? You see what I
Here
mean?
we go.
You see what
Here we go. Here we go. Those
Talk to you guys on Monday. By the way, when I put a video of Kyle Lowry shooting basketballs, I don't need everybody commenting on his butt.
Time to get into Hawk and Crowder's wheel.